The total revenue estimate is US 1.211 billion, and it comprises domestic revenue of 1.13 billion United States dollars, which is 94% of the total. This is significant because domestic revenue has reached 94% of our projection. This is on account of the country doing more for itself. An external resource envelope of 72 million, which is just 6% of the budget. Domestic revenue will be raised from the following sources. Tax revenue, 797 million. Non-tax revenue, 585 million, including a 200 million signature bonus expected when or if the Metal concession agreement, extended concession agreement is ratified by the legislature. We also have the contingent revenue of 48 million. Domestic revenue estimates exceed the fiscal 2025 budget by 47%, or by US $333 million. I need to say that we have increased what we call the public sector investment program. The public sector investment program grows from 107 million this year to 281 million for 2026, and out of which 200 million comes from the expected signature bonus from Metal, and all that amount has been dedicated to projects, transformative projects. 100 million.
Central Prison, commonly known as South Beach. Such a plain and well-calculated armed raid attack against Mr. John Uboti from operatives of the Asset Recovery Task Force scares away potential investors, because this is not the way corporate entities the world over are treated, especially when it has an active valid contract. MDMC wishes to clarify that the Minister of Foreign Affairs and MDMC, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and MDMC enter into two separate civil work contracts on May 5 and September 12, 2023, requiring MDMC to undertake renovation of the ministry's 6th floor with the installation of 3 new elevators. Also, the 5th floor, 4th floor, 3rd floor, installation of 3 new elevators. Also, the 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st floors, respectively, along with its.
Hey folks, I'd like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. Many thanks for joining the conversation on this wonderful Tuesday morning, the 11th day in the 11th month, and the year stands at 2025. I'd like to welcome all of you to this edition of the People's Program, the Morning Ride, your breakfast info companion program that takes you across training national events in Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our world. I'm Wiki Brooks this morning, and I have with me Honorable Ambassador Jonathan Bivar Sr. is alongside, as well as Saya Kano, who controls the sounds and video this morning. But it promises to be great, stimulative, very thought provocative as we walk the walk and talk the talk. And as usual, help to shift the paradigm of our democracy. What a favor, undiluted truth are spoken on this platform. So join the conversation. Follow us on Kool 91.9, Kool Radio Online, Kool YouTube channel too, as well as Kool, on our Facebook. You can follow us on all of these outlets. We are certainly watch, share, leave your comments. We hope to try to read some of your comments this morning, but the promises should be great because we are delving into something very critical on the national level. But I'd like to welcome all of you. While you're also there, you have the chance to win for yourself some cash this wonderful, wonderful Tuesday morning by playing the radio entertainment like the Kool Cash giveaway. You got *799 *11 hatch, $100 or 70 cents. Play multiple times, 2 times, 3 times, and you win for yourself 4,000 Liberian dollar, or you walk away with a cell phone this morning. It's gonna be great. So you get that *799 *11 hatch, $100 Liberian dollar or 70 cents US. Play multiple times, at least 2-3 times. You win 4,000. You win other fabulous prizes this morning. Those are MTN mobile account. Make sure it's charged this morning. The draft national budget been submitted. They are concerned. There are 2 things we want to talk about. They are concerned about the increment of certain ministry or offices and the performance over the period of time. The reports, we have not gotten it, but they are requesting for an increasement. So Liberians are asking. But I want you to listen to the Minister of Finance when he presented the budget, and when at the Ministry of Information to deliver and say exactly what was in the package. We know the budget being delivered is in the tune of 1.2 billion United States dollar for the first time. But we look and delve into it and look at areas because they are concerned about other civil setting, but we see there are some key positions in government and offices are the ones, because people now concerned that the budget, the $1.2 billion budget submitted for the executive is welcoming, but it captured the elites. The elites seem to be the people who are going to benefit hugely from it. Why the ordinary people still struggle? The teachers, our security personnel, our medical personnel. There are a lot of other folks, and even some private entities that are supporting government that have not been captured into it, including media institutions. We're going to be looking at all of these things this morning. So keep following.
Goes 94% of our projection. This is on account of the country doing more for itself. An external resource envelope of 72 million, which is just 6% of the budget. Domestic revenue will be raised from the following sources. Tax revenue, 797 million. Non-tax revenue, 585 million, including a 200 million signature bonus expected when or if the Metal concession agreement, extended concession agreement is ratified by the legislature. We also have the contingent revenue of 48 million. Domestic revenue estimates exceed the fiscal 2025 budget by 47%, or by US $333 million. I need to say that we have increased what we call the public sector investment program. The public sector investment program grows from 107 million this year to 281 million for 2026, and out of which 200 million comes from the expected signature bonus from Metal, and all that amount has been dedicated to projects, transformative projects. 100 million of that amount goes to our two top priorities, which we consider the two top constraints to growth in our country. That is energy and road infrastructure. So, of the Metal sign-on bonus, we've added additional 100 million, 50 million for roads, additional to what we already have for roads, which I think is 59 million, and then another 50 million for energy, specifically going to the Liberia Electricity Corporation to improve energy access. We do smart metering to ensure stable electricity during the dry season, to expand electricity to reduce the cost. And we've given more money to frontier counties that operate within the working corridor of Metal, that is Nimba, Grand Bassa, and Bond. In addition to all the other funds they receive, we have added additional 15 million to them. And we've given, educational institutions, including the University of Liberia. We've also given funds to the judiciary, aid the expansion, construction of courts, and to digitize the records, and I will go on and on. But overall, the budget has increased, but some other things have also increased. One thing I need to tell you about is debt. Liberia's debt burden, the total debt stock is about 2.7 billion, and as we contract debt, we need to pay debt. So, as a responsible government, we cannot just turn our eyes away from debt service obligation. Debt service, as a portion of the budget, is increasing. Last year, we budgeted, I think, around 150 million for debt service. This year, in this budget, you're talking about $230 million for debt service. $230 million for debt service. Well, there's not to demonize debt, because, as you all know, people trying to engage in productive investment will want to go to banks and others to credit. This is the same thing. The issue is how you use the debt. So we are engaging in what we call, we have a debt management strategy, making sure that all new debt that's contracted are going to yield significant social and economic returns, so as to expand GDP and make our debt to GDP ratio to even come down. So I need to say that a good portion of this budget is occupied by debt service also. We are intervening in some sectors. In the coming year, the government has decided to take up some of the burdens at Ewa Hospital. Ewa Hospital is a private hospital, but the service it is giving is public. And that we cannot sit down and allow the hospital to go under. So one of the measures that have been taken is that the salaries of health workers at Ewa Hospital will be bankrolled by government beginning next year to keep the hospital afloat. If we don't do that, that critical facility will be history. And that we are going to subsidize the not only Ewa Hospital. Next year, they're going to be dedicated a new Redemption Hospital. This budget incorporates funds for the staff, additional staff, and to keep the hospital afloat. I think the dedication will take place in January or February. We also have given some top-ups to especially engineers in this budget. More than 200 engineers will be hired by the Ministry of Public Works, and we've checked, and that we've projected amounts that engineers in this budget will see some top-ups among the list of other institutions, especially revenue-generating entities, including the LRA. We have to be capacitated to raise the budget. The budget is a plan. To actualize the plan, there must be work, there must be sweat, and that we try to be faithful to all those that will be generating the resources that we need to put into public service and for development. And so, we are also incentivizing transparency institutions to make sure that they can deal with some of the challenges they face, operational, but to incentivize their staff. I think what we've done, we have reached a point where we say the LACC will be at pre-harmonization level. And we're not stopping there. GAC 2 is going to benefit from some injections in order to bolster the ability to incentivize staff. And I told you about the Bureau Drug Enforcement Agency in some institutions. The budget is a plan. I know that hearing 1.2 billion made some people nervous. But we are not nervous men and women. We are people who act meticulously. And let me say that thanks to the effort of not only the LRA, but every one of us, my folks at the Ministry of Finance and folks across government and partners in progress. Last year was a tough year, but last year ended well. Last year was the first year that domestic revenue were able to raise near almost 700 billion in domestic revenue as a country. Last year. So let me thank profusely the LRA Commissioner General and all others who worked to make that happen. So, and let me dispel the notion that last year ended with a shortfall. No, there was no shortfall last year. And this year there will be no shortfall. We know we began the year with some turbulence when we had the USAID aid cut, which hit us hard because USAID next to the World Bank, USAID was our second largest donor next to the World Bank, and that out of 29 projects funded by USAID, only 5 projects have been redeemed. In terms of aid loss, more than 300 million. It came as a shock. People predicted doom. The first quarter was rocky. And that the doomsayer said that the sky will collapse on our heads. But as I usually say, and as I said then, this ship is being captained by an experienced captain. The captain of this ship is President Joseph Newman Buckeye. He's a good captain. As I said then, and I repeat, good captains don't tell you that there will be no turbulence. captains know how to navigate or pilot the plane to destination in spite of turbulence. So there was turbulence. But as we say, and let me say this, as I said then, the result of a football game is not determined after 30 minutes of the game. It's after 90 minutes and you got injury time, extra time. That's the time you know the result. So it's at the end of the year results are given. Someone can fly high first semester and fail at the end of the year. So someone can fail first semester and pass at the end of the year. So your own course, let me thank everyone. Everyone. It's not only revenue generators, folks at the Ministry of Finance, across government, the President, the Ministry of State, Public Works, and others. We at the Ministry of Finance will take our role to be like, as I said, we are the heart, we form the blood. Our duty is to make sure that the key executors get the resources. Sometimes there are challenges, and that, but by and large, we are happy that everyone is working impatiently because the President is impatient. He wants things done, and he wants things done now. So what I can assure you is that next year will be better. From where I sit and what I see, too many good things are happening. Too many good things will happen. The budget is going to deliver a whole lot of goodies. So they're going to be, for business people, when you hear about almost $300 million in a public sector investment program, those are contracts, jobs, opportunities. And we are not going to stop. If you net out the metal $200 million, the budget is about 1.11 billion, right? 1.011 billion. So with over metal, we are above $1 billion. I need to stress that. So, and I don't think that Mr. Jala, myself, and others intend to take back steps. So we can only move forward with the support, the guidance of the President, everyone, So we are going to do more. We're going to stretch more. The budget is out. It's time for public debate. We do not claim perfection. The legislators will do their part. They represent all of us. All of us are from constituencies. So there's going to be some back and forth, and then the budget will be approved. So this is a democratic process.
Wonderful morning there. That's the voice of the Finance Minister, Augustine P. Gafuan, trying to justify this issue of the draft national budget submitted to the 55th National Legislature from the Executive in the tune of 1.2 billion. Liberians are all happy, celebrating that we can reach such a milestone in handling some of the key issues. But there are a couple of things we're going to look at this morning on this edition of the Morning Rally as it relates to the budget. Liberians are confused and even concerned while we are praising and happy to see our national budget goes to 1.2 billion. The bread and butter issues, civil servants' salary, and other benefits, they are concerning to other public sectors area. And folks are concerned. Why are we increasing the budget of the speaker? What are we increasing the budget of the Deputy Speaker, the Pro Tem, the President, the Chief Justice? And there are a whole lot. What can they tell us in the previous fiscal year? What were allotted to them? What did they do with it? What are the reports on the table that we can look at and say, yes, because these people were very, very much challenged, they did this, they did that, so there's a need to have these things now. If you look at the budget submitted, the draft national budget submitted, there are few that were captured with smile on their faces, because our security sector challenge, our health sector challenge, our agriculture sector challenge, but we see to some extent how did it happen, what did it do, what was the improvement, the representation, oversight, lawmaking of the people, that we see it that these people are being reversed, these people being able to keep the executive feet to the fire to make sure that they commit to these things, because these people are the direct representation of the people. So now you try to look at these things. We do a breakdown of how it was submitted. You know, the lawmakers, you have them elected to address critical national issues that have the positive impact in the lives of the people, and not just for themselves, because everybody cannot be over there. So we send in their representatives, we send in our senators. But if you look in 2025, the national budget, what were allocated in that budget for the first branch of government, I refer to as this legislative branch of government, they have 41.3 million in 2024. Now we are having 51.7 in the proposed 2026 national budget. 51.7. So in the last fiscal year, if we have 41, what are we going to 51.7? What did they do? What are the reports? What are the engagement? That yes, probably the budget was so low, some of the engagement, some of the activities, they could not handle it, they could not reach out, they could not handle some of the district or counties development activities and whatsoever, that we saw how they were challenged, and there's a need to increase this. Where are the reports in terms of the performances? What did they do? So our lawmakers now telling us specifically first at the House of Representatives, 73 persons, 73 representations of the people of Liberia at the House of Representatives. In the budget, allocated over 31 million United States dollar. $31 million plus. The Senate, 30%. They allocated in the proposed or draft budget 16 million plus. Now you come to the Speaker. You look at the Speaker's office. We allocated in the draft budget over US 1.8 plus million, nearly 2 million for the Speaker's office. The Deputy Speaker got 1.4 plus billion, almost 1.5 million. Yes. The pro tem, pretty close to $1 million, $956,026 for the pro tem's office. And when you look at the breakdown of the budget, these figures do not account for additional constituency disbursements and benefits that often go to, like they don't report it. So this that wouldn't want any part of it. Now, if you look in the budget again, the draft budget also capture something for our lawmakers. What they place in the budget for themselves again. 3.6 million. From the public sector investment plan, you heard the Minister of Finance talking about 200 million. They got money in there for the renovation of the Capitol building. The last time again, they had 1.1 million in it. How far we are, where we are, you know. So 200 million is already there. They're expecting this thing to come from a salameter. Now, it did not stop there. When you look at the first branch of government, our legislators, in terms of the travel, the goods and services, the budget again captured them. And now it has jumped from 11.3 million to US 14.6 million, which is like about 29% increase. And the sole intent of having this 14.6 million, primarily for all of them, Representative Senator, it will cover the foreign trips, the vehicle maintenance, the administrative part, you know. Why we are complaining about our hospitals are not having drugs, kids are sitting on tarpaulin in the southeast, in the north, the worst part of Liberia. While we are concerned about state security, not taking the salary on time, we're looking at Liberian-owned businesses are struggling, but these people were able to capture themselves in a form and manner. Now, we are not saying these things are bad, but can they tell us what did they do with the last allocation in the national budget that today we see increments? Why would the Speaker need pretty close to 2 million? Why would the Deputy Speaker need 1.something million? Why would the pro tem need almost $1 million? Why are they allocating 16.something for Senate, 31.something for the House of Representatives? What did they do? Look at the districts. Look at the counties. What are we allocating 51.7 million? For 103 persons. We're looking at all of these things. Can they justify? Is this thing that we're celebrating, this proposed national budget, the draft budget submitted, in the tune of 1.2 billion? You know, is this something that we smile about? Or is something that brings smiles on the face of a few, the elite? Those who think that they sit in the height of it, and that's why they've been pictured in this kind of. We still talk about the disparity in salary, the gaps. We want our police officers to effect their rents all over the place, but we pay them $150, and they don't even know when it comes. Our teachers, our doctors, our nurses, What happened to private institutions? What are the supports going there? Media institutions. I remember the last time some of the lawmakers there, the next budget will be captured. We'll make sure that. What happened to Kool? We have done work for government on so many occasions, knowing it or not knowing it, they don't, but serving the people. And so, oh yeah, we'll allocate each radio station, newspaper, let's see how we can capture them, give a little bit of subsidies to these institutions. But they're fighting for themselves. What did Richard Kool have done over the period of time? That in the budget he deserved to have pretty close to 2 million. 1,848,000. You got a deputy speaker of 1,415,892,000. Why? Then you talk about the Putin, $958,926. So tell us. And you did not stop there. In terms of the troubles, the goods and services, the budget that would be operating again. Last fiscal year, it was 11.3. Today, it has moved to 14.6. Why we are still complaining on a lot of critical national issues? These are the projections. These are the draft budgets we have submitted for the offices and all of these things. So you look at other key sectors that we expect the arrest agenda to capture and place a serious focus on it. But we're seeing something the other way around. The legislature allocated 51.7 million. And that is nearly 4 times the budget of agriculture. US 13.7 million. Health 101.7. You talk about youth development, you talk about sports, you talk about tourism. Whether this could be a miscalculation or it's just a charade, it's just a mean to tell the people this is the budget, we here to feed you, but few are captured and the rest of the folks remain in the same conditions they've been in for the last couple of years. We're boasting about the 1.2 billion, but in the 1.2 billion we see that few people who've been captured in the 1.2 billion. Will we achieve this target? The Prime Minister said yes. If we are to achieve it, will we have the positive impact in the lives of the people? We should be asking ourselves. You just imagine that. We have a target of 306 million. For our income and profit tax September 2025. We fell short. We got 252 million. So we're looking at all of these things. Let's look at the security agency. The Liberia National Police. They have had some increase. Is it enough? The last fiscal year we saw the National Police. They had a budget of 21.5 million. Was it sufficient for our officers? Operational cost? Today, it been increased to 25.7. million. What's the impact? We still see our officers buying their own uniform. When we call it figures, you think it's so huge. Sometimes it's just like a drop in the ocean for these people. You look at the Liberia Immigration Service. The last time around, they had 7.4 million. Today, we're talking about 10.7 million. The LDA, Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency, that we're all talking and fighting this issue of illicit drugs, the harmful substances that our young brothers and sisters are consuming over the period of time. From 3.1 million to 7.6. The Liberia National Fire Service, the budget stay almost just around the same. They got 2.9 million. So we're looking at all of these things. But the troubling part of it, of the 1.2 billion, when you talk about recurrent expenditure, looking at salaries for the people, civil servants, in the budget, it projected at 929.6 million for salary, goods, services. So how much left for development? If we're giving the speaker almost 2 million, deputy speaker pretty close to 1.5 million, pro tem almost $1 million, this other office, that other office. You just imagine. And we see all of these things. Will we achieve the 1.2 billion? And if we do, what's the impact? Our lawmakers yet to have audit conducted on themselves. Why we say everything audit? They still putting money. Why people yet to go to face trial for the arson attack? They are currently putting money in the budget for renovation. Why the pro tem are also in China asking the Chinese people to come help them renovate the Capitol building. You see? You spent 41.3 million in the last fiscal year on legislative utility, salary, all of these things. We don't know how it went. We can't see the impact, no reports. Now you increase it to 51.7 in the 2026 national draft budget. We happy that the budget gone to this, but are we happy that we can achieve it, or will we see it in the lives of the people? Or this is a figure that will benefit just a few? Health workers are complaining, security personnel are complaining, our teachers are complaining, the doctors, nurses. Liberian-owned businesses that should be empowered are struggling with foreign businesses. Officials of government are hiring themselves, awarding contracts to themselves that with no trace of any records. The GSC report, again, when you see it on LEC, is terrible, which we're going to be talking about in our second segment this morning. So this is it. And this is the People's Program. When you listen to the Minister of Finance again, when you are talking all the kind of big things.
Those that have issues, you raise those issues, and then those issues will be mediated in the process. Hopefully, we hope that the budget can be passed before the start of the fiscal year, just as it was done last year. We submitted the budget this year almost, the budget was submitted on the 18th of November last year. This year on the 7th. So we wanted to give the legislature more time to go through the instruments. So let me stop here. I know some of you will have questions. The Commissioner General is here to help to answer some of the questions. But maybe before I can allow I can open up for questions. Let me allow the Commissioner General of the LRA to just give a quick 1 or 2 minute statement, and then we'll open ourselves up to receive questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Minister actually spoke on all the issues, but actually one of the things I just want to lay some emphasis on. And he mentioned about our performance last year. I know there has been a lot of things circulating, social media and elsewhere, about underperformance last year. That is not true. You all recall that we had a press conference after we met our target and we informed the country about it. Subsequently, we have subsequent engagements with the media and informed the country that we have actually overperformed our last year's target by almost $10 million. And that's what the minister just recounted. So instead of the $690 million target that we had to collect in domestic resources last year, we were able to collect almost $700 million. So nearly $10 million above target. And we're also hearing detractors, naysayers, and smearmongers that there is underperformance this year. That is also not true. And the minister emphasized that. I'd just like to reiterate. In the first quarter of this year, we did have some revenue collection challenges. And it's important for us to grab everything in context. Last year, there were some policy reforms that should have taken effect this year. Those reforms were enacted into law, passed by the legislature during the budget process. And before the implementation could start, it was months later in the fiscal year. Even though the budget, in carving the budget, the assumptions are actually assumed that the collections will start in January. And because of the late start in implementing those policies, we missed out on collecting the revenue that should have been collected much earlier from January. And that's why we didn't perform well in the first quarter. But as we stand, we have collected, I think, about 78%, thereabouts, of the revenue. So the picture I want to give you is that despite the difficulty we had in the first quarter, by end of October, we have actually averaged $67 million, 67 point something million in collection per month over the last 10 months. And what is left now for November and December is an average of 62 million. So if you look at an average performance,
This is on account of the country doing well for itself. An external resource envelope of 72 million, which is just 6% of the budget. Domestic revenue will be raised from the following sources. Tax revenue, 797 million. Non-tax revenue, 585 million, including a 200 million signature bonus expected when or if the Metal concession agreement, extended concession agreement is ratified by the legislature. We also have the contingent revenue of 28 million. Domestic revenue estimates exceed the fiscal 2025 budget by 47%, or by US $333 million. I need to say that we have increased what we call the public sector investment program. The public sector investment program grows from 107 million this year to 281 million for 2026, and out of which 200 million comes from the expected signature bonus from Metal, and all that amount has been dedicated to projects, transformative projects. 100 million of that amount goes to our two top priorities, which we consider the two top constraints to growth in our country. That is energy and road infrastructure. So, of the Metal sign-on bonus, we've added additional 100 million, 50 million for roads, additional to what we already have for roads, which I think is 59 million, and then another 50 million for energy, specifically going to the Liberian Electricity Corporation to improve energy access. We do smart metering to ensure stable electricity during the dry season, to expand electricity to reduce the cost. And we've given more money to frontier counties that operate within the working corridor of Metal, that is Nimba, Grand Bassa, and Bond. In addition to all the other funds they receive, we have added additional 15 million to them. And that we've given, educational institutions, including the University of Liberia. We've also given funds to the judiciary, aid the expansion, construction of courts, and to digitize the records, and I will go on and on. But overall, the budget has increased, but some other things have also increased. One thing I need to tell you about is debt. Liberia's debt burden, the total debt stock is about 2.7 billion, and as we contract debt, we need to pay debt. So, as a responsible government, we cannot just turn our eyes away from debt service obligation. Debt service, as a portion of the budget, is increasing. Last year, we budgeted, I think, around 150 million for debt service. This year, in this budget, you're talking about $230 million for debt service. $230 million for debt service. Well, there's not a demonized debt because, as you all know, people trying to engage in productive investment will want to go to banks and others to credit. This is the same thing. The issue is how you use the debt. So we are engaging in what we call, we have a debt management strategy, making sure that all new debt contracted.
But we asking you some of the very hard questions this morning. We asking some of the very hard questions. Are these people taking advantage of the country resources to benefit the few, or it's going to have the kind of a positive impact in the lives of the people? Because we stay asking ourselves, why are we allocating pretty close to 2 million for the Speaker's office, pretty close to 1.5 million to the Deputy Speaker, pretty close to $1 million to the pro team, and you go like on and on and on. From 41 million, you see in the draft budget today, we see 51 million from 7 to the national legislature. What did they do with the money that was allocated in the last fiscal year? What are the reports? Have we seen their reports in terms of the stewardship. But there are other areas of concern. So folks, this is the People's Program, The Morning Ride, and we are certainly here this morning. While you're there, you can win for yourself some cash. You dial *799 *11 hash. Yes, you dial *799 *11 hash. You win for yourself some cash this morning. 4,000 Liberian dollars you can win for yourself. Once you play the radio entertainment Kool cash giveaway, you can win for yourself something this morning. All you need to do, make sure you got money in your MTN mobile account. You play multiple times, at least 3, 4, 5 times, win 4,000. So you dial *799 *11 hash. It's $100 or 70 cents US to be part of it. It's wonderful, wonderful. That's all. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, and good morning to the rest of the folks there. It's always great being here. You know, the issue of accountability has always been the hallmark of Liberia's core value, because if we can't account for our actions, how then responsible are we to ourselves? And how will we be responsible to others, nations? As a matter of fact, they have shown their own gratitude towards us. They are not forced to. But the way we interact, the way we carry on our activities. You know, when the former Senator, peace be to his ashes, Senator Johnson of Nema County, when he raised this issue with his colleagues, folks took it to be a joking thing.
He said, why are we always in a haste? He said, why are we always in a haste?
Yeah. Why?
To pass budget.
Every fiscal year, we allot budget, but are we getting the return? We hear that misapplication, mismanagement, misappropriations, diversions of money into ministry and agencies. Are we concerned? These little internal audits, these audits that are conducted by anti-graft institutions, are we concerned about them? Are we? Because it has always been, from the beginning of this nation, money will always be there. And it will always be distributed. But what are the returns? What are they? We allocate money for roads, agriculture, the healthcare, education, social services. And it becomes so much. The last time you heard what's happening with the disaster management, they were telling us that the rainy season will be having X amount of people will be affected by the rains. And that number exceeded. And they themselves, they were paralyzed to function because they were incapacitated. The resources allocated to them, they are disasters. They are no longer able to stretch their hands to those people. You find people panicking in these situations, and they are unable. But we see that these budgets are very low. And what in essence, we give one person, they all appointed, elected as lawmakers. Their colleagues will go ahead and elect one of their kind. But then we apportion this money. What's the accountability of these monies? What are the justifications that will look at the president, the vice president, the speaker, the deputy speaker, the pro tem, chief justice, and other associate judges? We give a portion, huge money for them in the budget. But we still see the problems. We still see the problems. Again, by this year, next year, we'll be prepared to buy vehicles for these people again. The one who gave them, they will say it's poor. And this attitude of Liberia being wasteful is a serious matter. And the snail pace of civil servant increment is an issue. Because when you are apportioning this money to those people, and you see civil servant, the backbone of the economy, the engine of government, you see them being apportioned monies, is worrisome. It just shows that we are not serious in fighting the menace that we have all talked about. Is it about the budget growing so that individuals account or budget can be they spend lavishly? Are these people accounting to us? And this will be the downfall of a lot of institutions of government in this country. The lack of accountability. The lack of accountability. Just as much they are proving to us that they cannot account for donor fundings into institutions today, they are also showing us they cannot account for monies, for the laboratory monies that have been given to them. And this is very much disaster for this country. We cannot be wasteful. We cannot always put our money in holes or put our money in areas that we cannot get it. We just apportion money to institutions. And then they didn't count. Then the next year we approach. So if tomorrow we get about 5 billion, it means that the budget will increase. We'll be giving money to them. We may even be giving 1 billion out of one office and not knowing what we're giving the money for. And these things have to be considered. It has to be considered. Though we are talking about increment to budgetary allocations with our health, education, but why are we apportioning a lot of money to these offices? Why? The Speaker office, why? The Deputy Speaker office, why? The Pro-Tem, why? Why are we apportioning these monies? These very people will take care of them. Then when there are concessions, when there are issues, we see brown envelopes going around. We have to please them. We are still continuing this process.
And if I go back, the people did not just stop there. Besides the 51.7 million that been allocated in the national draft budget submitted, they talk about the travel, goods and services. They jumped from 11.3 million now, it's gone to 14.6. That's about 29% increase, man.
You see that?
So when these people we pay them, when they say we say that again, goods and services,
these things have to be considered very carefully. And if it is a Kool that the executive,
why should we celebrating at 1.2 billion? Is it something that benefits just few? Why do we have to allocate very close to 2 million to the Speaker's office? Why were allocated last fiscal year? What did he do with it? What is get the report? The Pro-Tem, the Deputy Speaker almost 1.5 million again. Let's see what it be, because all we see, these people are only buying properties for the kind of money that we see.
Well, how they doing it?
Because we don't see anything in it.
Ambassador, we still buying a vehicle for the people. We still giving them scratch cards with all these monies. But the policeman that stands in the traffic struggle getting money in his credit in his phone or even call.
Yeah.
To even get uniform, he struggled.
You got children in the southeast sitting on tarpaulin.
Yes.
Going to school right now. There are a lot of schools that are D-roof.
When are we going to put our priorities up? When?
So how are you asking? Now, how much money? You said the Minister of Finance was talking about 200 million for private sector investment. At the end of the day, when care is not taken, if I go back, this money will go right back to the same very people. The private institutions, they will go to allocate money for the investment, to increase their businesses, to improve their businesses.
Sure.
They know their target, they know what they have arranged. We are seeing some of the meaning let's go for our sponsor break this morning. Marie Magard this morning. Let's go for our sponsor break.
Yes, it's Marie Magard. Have you heard about the Yes, it's Marie Magard. Have you heard about the one and only Marie Magard herbal supplement? Marie Magard is a Liberian-made herbal supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga Herbert supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga Hot Tea supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bona Farm, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi County, Bassa Community, around the radio station. Ganta City, Glelu Community, around the People Street, YMCA Junction. Campion City, Nimba County, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa County. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888-856776, 0777-444-591, and 0775-499549. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Liberia own Herbert supplement.
In your sickness, hold your heart, hold your heart, oh sister.
Yes, it's Marie Manga. Have you heard about the one and only Marie Manga Herbert supplement? Marie Manga is a Liberian-made Herbert supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga Herbert supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga Hot Tea supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bona Farm, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi County, Bassa Community, around the radio station. Ganta City, Glelu Community, around the People Street, YMCA Junction. Campion City, Nimba County, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa County. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888-856776, 0777-444-591, and 0775-499549. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Liberia own Herbert supplement.
In your sickness,
Guys recognize the Liberia Herbert supplement in Liberia. It's been certified by the Liberian Government Authority. And it seems like it's good that you take your health journey up on. It's important. You can start your health journey today. It's a supplement that help clean the body. It help clean your body. And it's important that you get on this process today. You drink it in the morning and first thing in the morning and last thing in the night. After everything, first thing and last thing in the night, and they help you through. And you find it taking care of your entire health activities. You're talking about low pressure, growth, sexually transmitted diseases. You're suffering from also typhoid, rheumatism, and several other issues, eye problems. It helps you in a more special way. And while you are drinking, getting with your tea, it will be there helping to clean your entire body. There. So important for you this morning that you try the Marie Manga Herbal Tea this morning. They call Marie Manga Hot Tea there, and it's down in 4 counties: Lufa, Bong, Nima, and Moserado, and the other parts of Moserado. So to those of you who are in Moserado County, it's important. The Marie Manga is at the Kubabini and Son Tissue Factory. You can get there at the office. It's also in Central Monrovia at Camp Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection. You get there and you will get the folks to talk to them, and you can ask all of your questions on there to help you start your health journey. If you are interested in Monrovia and wanting to get closer to the Marie Mangad office, you can talk to Miss Patience. We are there on 0775 499 549, 0775 499 549, there in Central Monrovia at the Camp Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection. There you can talk to Miss Patience. We are there. If you are into the Bernard's Farm area along this belt, you can talk to Mr. Prince B. Gray Sr. Mr. Prince B. Gray Sr. can be contacted on 0776 369 805, 0776 369 805, and also on 0888 856 776, 0888 856 776. You can talk to him on the program there regarding the Marie Mangad. Ask all of your questions, some of your doubt, and you get through the process. It's important. There are a lot of folks who have testified about how they've been helped with this Marie Mangad herbal tea. You know, it's a supplement in Liberia, recognized upon. It's a quest of the Marie Mangad family, Marie Mangad Healing for Life International, to have this product across Liberia, to the beds, to the tables, the breakfast tables of everybody, so you can have a normal tea to enhance your health group. So it's important you can start your health journey now, and you will thank us later upon. And there are do's and don'ts. That is why we're asking you to go there. What are you on? You are on this product. You don't drink. You have to stop it. You don't smoke. The snore, the slur, the tuberculosis, and also everything that have been involved there in order to enhance your health process there. And Marie Mangad product is not sold anywhere else like other products. Only at these areas that have been named that you'll go there and find the product. And it's hands-on practical activities, because you have to be there and they tell you how it is done, and you know how to do it. And you'll also be able to walk. They'll be able to walk you through testimonies of others who have been helped by the Marie Mangad product. So we say thank you this morning. We are proud to be associated with the Marie Mangad. It's in Liberia, and it's Liberian proudly Liberian made right here in Liberia from natural products in the country in order to help enhance our health ability. Health is wealth, so take charge of your activities today and get embark on your health journey, because you will certainly be great that you did. Also, welcome to all of you. We are proud to be associated with this process here. Marie Mangad is in Liberia. Go there and get yours and get it upon today. We say good morning and a pleasant welcome to all of you today. Welcome.
Hold your heart. Hold your heart, hold your heart, oh sister.
Yes, it's Marie Mangad. Have you heard about the one in una Marie Mangad herbal supplement? Marie Mangad is a Liberian-made herbal supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Mangad herbal supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Marie Mangad hot tea supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bona Farm, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building; Kakata, Mangibi County, Bassa Community around the radio station; Ganta City, Glelu Community around the People Street, YMCA Junction; Cample City, Nimba County, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa County. Yes, it's Marie Mangad. Marie Mangad Hot Tea Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Mangad Hot Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888 856776, 0777 444 591, and 0775 499549. Yes, it's Marie Mangad, Liberia owned herbal supplement.
comes to development, why are we allocating all of this money to the offices? You know, we know now we have projected that Basala meter will come to be a new song. Whether we will critically look at the deal asking for an extension in the operations in Nigeria, and we just look at it because we think we need this money that benefit few, while the people continue to struggle. They hear the few, but we have seen in the budget what our lawmakers in the draft budget have allocated for themselves for some key positions in government. This is it. So let's hear from you on 0775 919 919 0880 919 919 are the numbers you can call us on this morning to be part of the conversation on this edition of the morning ride. 30 minutes past 8 o'clock. This is the morning ride. Ambassador Brooks, Ambassador Vice alongside, and Kanu is here this morning. So whatever you are, we'd like to welcome all of you to be part of the conversation this morning. You speak to what we discuss, and we look at all of these things because we have heard these things, and we're asking for some of the reports. What are we allocating this kind of money to the offices? What have these people done that justify that we need to increase? Why would the people even jump from 41 million to 51 million? What did they do? You know, are we allotting money for development to the offices, or we allotting money for operational costs? You know, but we go to other countries to go appeal, and when we look at some of the people, budget don't reach the offices, the budget don't reach that level. Let's talk to our first caller. Good morning.
Good morning, State National Defense, Sion and Wiki Books.
Good morning, Rizzo.
Thank you for the resignation. I'm here releasing Mr. National College from the Tuesday this morning. Brother, I'd like to say thank you for the update this morning and topic one. You know, I'm not the reason the legislature, they are still adding money to the salary. Why they for? But when we see some of them, after 6 to maybe 6 to 12 years when they leave power, because they use the liability less, and when you see some of them, you can ask questions. Okay, they are already benefit before. Because some of liability less. Why? Because some of audit. Not do audit, but they adding money to the money. So the government is supposed to come and pay you. They're going to pay you for going to the hospital, for your visit, people coming for visit, they're going to pay you for all that. For what? So what is our report? So they are needed down to the second office. So what they are really doing? Therefore, they will buy new cars they need. For the government to say instead of building houses or buying houses. Well, I think I will come with no legislation being like the law.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Good morning, the two sharing still.
You're welcome.
This is the link on the way to do. I want to state the president more. Oh, but the Baga is not everything law people see go by. Look how they keep the money for their account. Why is it?
Okay, he's going off the line. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Good morning, now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm hoping from our point not know the proposed budget of the 1.2 billion. It is not that. For who does, where does the common citizen stand to benefit from the 1.5 to 1.2 billion? So this is corruption thing that caused the 13 men to be laid on the post behind BTC and was kept there. They will take prisoners, will take looking at that cabin. The same corruption business that brought the 14 years of civil conflict in this country is the same corruption against which we're talking about, proposed 1.2 billion. Who stands to benefit that? So it means they're going to put their budget, they're going to make a good proposed budget to increase the government officials, the president, and the rest of them. So why does the poor people stand to benefit? Is this the way the country will continue to go? So if you ask me, I mean, what is the reason? The children to school. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. We hear you in how are you doing?
Let's go ahead. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. My name is Moses Claren, and I've done this conversation in my balance sheet with the university. In this summer also, we are afraid this government came to rescue. And so people know the meaning and definition of rescue. And I go to the budget. No, what's near the university posting that they are raised the budget to a million. Then you go to the budget, you see revenue, you see speakers, you see Senate president, tell me, amount of money. What is for the other people benefiting the people that except about the budget? Then some always say we said something number that is president is not in cash. But folks say now they say in charge of they make things they come to rescue the people. I think rescue the people is very minister and representing rescue very slow. Because money doesn't serve at 12 years as vice president. He shall understand everything going on. But today, he has still not understanding. And just I think that we are going back work on this meeting because thank you very much.
Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
My name is Chokoma. I am calling on here every day. We see what is on the people increasing the speaker budget. What is this thing? What additional work that they're going to do that the budget has been increased? All the people that have they have increased. The people have increased. Let me tell us. Because nothing that people are going to do without a huge amount of money. What is the speaker? What is this? What is potent increase? What additional thing are they going to do? What is first thing that is there for last year that we saw before they increase their budget? What do people always pay for on this country? Look, when the president, they have to be careful. The people will dump the government. They need to be careful. Because they don't take as the problem of this country. What is increasing the money?
You talk about 200 million for a salary signature bonus fee. So they're looking at all of these things, they're putting it there.
You see?
And you're telling us that our debt has even increased more than 50% a year over.
You see that? And so matter where he go to go, and they don't get food to eat. They don't even get road that to go there. And they increase speaker budget to do what?
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good
Remember,
morning.
to go speak for that
Good
bureau.
morning, people.
Good morning.
My name is Matthew Kuma, and I'm going to support the standard based children that brought this station of Russia. And I'm very proud to advise that in the okay, before I speak to the issue, let me appreciate the president. There's one said president of every president. It's at the 19th Ambassador President Continue for a tremendous result towards the life of ordinary citizens in this country through the Ministry of Transport and Community Body. Sometimes when still and listening to someone who calls that time, you try to call and make our people. Yes, how goes wrong because we not increase that budget? We reduce ourselves as equal to them. It's full money. You go to representative house or housing, you will see people gather asking, my dollar now go to today, my China eat today, my house is move from over. So what you expecting of
it's because they place themselves in the position when they are campaigning, make the people understand that's what they will do. But if they are there to make sure that the national resources of our country can have a positive impact in the lives of the people, people will not be at the doors. Because so that should not be justification. That should not be justification.
So that's why we understand the function of law.
But they do not even educate the people. They do not tell the people the cardinal functions.
So I thank the parliament doing this thing.
It's because they themselves are the ones that put those burdens on themselves.
Sure.
When you came up, so many dollars when you go there, you see the place.
Yeah, because they made it put. You think if the people can thank you. Now let's get to this point. You're making a very serious point. But here's it. When the people are campaigning, they make the people to understand that I will do the one for you, I will do that one for you, I will do the other one for you, and all of these things. So at the end of the day, so these things happen. But let's talk to other callers on the line. Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
You
Thank
are.
you guys. This is Kadala Kroma calling. Look, Wiggy, VAR, the season coming. Security people are expected to work overtime.
Sure.
Our there, I know the money these people making is absolutely small.
Yeah, the book people call it infinitesimal.
Infinitesimal, thank you. Secondly, they got children. That children will need New Year and Christmas gifts. Just like the rich people by the children getting gifts. Your legislature, you send some of that money downstairs to the poor security people, the army, the police, the immigration, etc. You send some of that money to create jobs for vacation students. We beg you. That money they're giving you is exceptionally too high. I'm a senior citizen. 1 year from being 80-year-old, I'm advising you. The people are angry out here. They are happy the budget went up. Thank you very much, Wiggy and VAR, for the things you do for them.
And that just
Thank
it.
you.
Let the budget be reflect in the lives of the common people. It should be reflecting the people then.
Yeah, that's
you always do everything for the people. You
That's
buy their car, pay their house, pay all their allowances, everything, take care of their family. They got all the privileges in the country. But the poor something matter, they want to celebrate the budget?
That's
No.
the voice of our former national team coach Kadala Kurman. I haven't seen you for some time. I hope to take up the weekend to see you.
And this person said,
Good morning.
no business as usual. But so this is going on.
You're, wel-
Good morning, now.
you're welcome.
Okay. My name is Sam Testimony Charge. I do call you from Jacobstown. Thank you for your discussion. All right. We didn't laugh. You know, when we were in grade school, we did certain thing that they call in literature, they call the equity chart, which means the reincarnation of a child in another womb. You know, those Yahoo boys and Yahoo girls from around the world, they are then reincarnated in mothers of the Nigerians. To born the type of people today that we have, of course, we call them leaders. Let's be clear. If you critically look into the project, you will notice that most of the places within the budget, most of the sectors within government that increase the budget, they are places that actually people can go and just take money with no accountability. Let us look at the NSA. Why would you come and just usually decrease the budget of the NSA? After today, tomorrow, who will go and audit NSA? Let us look at the regime speaker, Richard Kool, his budget. Ever, are you people killing me? So you people share that your team as a rescue government. You're not there to rescue yourself. Look at that clear way that they decrease that regime speaker budget. What good will they do for the ordinary Nigerian? Then every day you party around, you say you are a responsible government. Yes, I believe you are a responsible government for yourself. In the sense that you are improving the livelihood of your children and that of yourself. So this is what makes you responsible.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really propose this enough. And I'm basketball and I joined my district now also for the country. I listen to the conversation, especially when it comes to the budget. matter. You know, former American president said it's true to what is on paper. But our leaders, they do things in this country, and also they have a problem with Robert Fortress. Former President, we have carried Fortress to 700 billion. President Walker came and said, no, I will carry to billion. And the billion, we talk about all the money are spent from different agencies. I don't see a text in the other book of the ordinary matter that put President Walker into power. Because you can't have a project, a speaker. So I see well, when they go or what speaker change, how they majority block or everything. You know, this thing, what they will fund that who is leading this country into the right of power, the right entity. You can have the latter world and the people, like for example, the agriculture ministry. That agriculture is one of the key ministry in
But hello, Peter hello, listen to me. If you look at even the agricultural budget and the budget of your government you talk about, there are improvements. But that's not the focus of it. We are talking about accountability and transparency to institutions, to the offices, to individual offices. If you compare the agricultural budget with the past budget, there are improvements. We agree with that. It reflects a certain way a lot of the people, but we are talking about why.
And the gap is why.
It is why. That's what we're talking here. And that's what we're talking. You missing the whole conversation. Wow.
He has degree in agriculture.
Well, man. I can't understand when I listen.
This is the part I like to go. I'm going for it now. This is why, I love when people try to contradict or make us through the kind of a conversation that we're having. They understand this thing. Your CDC government that you talking about yesterday, they still got enough members in the House of Representatives, or they got enough members combined from the Senate and the House of Representatives.
Yeah,
the budget that allocated for them in the draft national budget. Which one of them you heard saying no, we don't want it, you reduce it?
Let us understand the conversation.
Just said the people fool you people. The money in our budget, they will all go and take it. Then you think you can divorce it? We talk about government. Then you want to exclude certain group of people? That is unfair. The CDC left government. The budget for agriculture, can you compare it with the budget? We still say it's small, but the budget is far bigger than what you had in the previous year. Can you admit to some of these things? We talk about what impact in the lives of the people. You guys are people say that they represent the senator. Some of them they are director, minister.
Ambassador, we still see improvement in a lot of people. If you see education, if you see health, it has increased.
Yes,
but more than before. But we are asking why the individual who serve in positions like the speaker, why are we increasing that? But we're not talking about what him. No. Let us answer the conversation. Let us answer the conversation. And Liberians, every time you raise an issue or they attempt to get politicize the whole thing. That's what we're talking about.
Wow, ready for anybody will miss the step this.
You guys say you sit back. You're not supposed to talk.
Who I will put you in your place.
And some of y'all comment always the same on issues discussed in the country.
Good morning.
Please go ahead.
Good morning. Yeah, this is Jones Cape where they call it the Japanese fuel. Yeah, Rose and Nan Studio. Now, I told my time yesterday and went through that budget. It is a draft budget. The nature of it, it is not money situated anywhere.
That projection, that's why we said that projection.
Yes. It is money government perceived she will generate within that period. Let me be very honest with you, at 1.2 billion budget plus will hurt the people of this country. Because what I read last night from the Ministry of Finance, they are going to increase taxes on every basic goods and services to realize that 1.2 billion. You see that now? The people are about to suffer. There's not a rescue. The government spoke up. And for example, see President Walker budget, job, there's increment. The Vice President budget increment. Speaker budget increment. The rest of the increment. Then what is there for the ordinary people out there? What is there for us? Just 800 million from 1.2 billion. You see how exactly the budget is? And we are the one to suffer the brunt of it. And we still not to realize nothing. not rescue. The entire Unity Party government is not rescue.
So what do you say about people from your party that in government too today that are clapping for the draft budget that captured them in 51.7 million from 41 point something million? And why you want to divorce them from the issue? Because they stand to benefit a lion's share of the draft national budget. Why you want to only look at the Unity Party people and leave the CDC people all ahead?
Okay, Wiki, I look at the holistic conversation and holistic too. All those people, they are not in the interest of the people.
But don't let others tell you.
Yeah. He's not doing justice to us. You only call him baga.
We're talking about those people who are serving government. It's not just about the Unity Party people or the CDC people.
And let me tell you, give me say one thing here. It is so disappointing that some people who profess to be educated in this country, they don't comprehend. When I say people get angry with me, they don't comprehend. If you look at the budget 2025, it was 800 million plus. If you look at the recast that went on, we went over 900 million.
Yeah.
So today you see the difference.
It was the source.
Sure. The government said we get 900 million, 975 million at the time. How far we getting 1.2 billion?
Now we
can get it.
They are expecting 200 million for accelerator signature fee.
Sure.
They show of that.
Sure. And you honestly want the very time that launches a rest agenda, and so the fundamental said that 30% will come from revenue generated. 70% will come from other sources of partners and diaspora, other income generation activities that will come, other grant, whatsoever, will keep carrying on this level. They are seeing the potential growth that Liberia generated money. I don't want to understand. Our revenues have been generated in this country. Past government have lied to us. Liberians are paying taxes. Liberians are paying taxes. Where the money been going? This government telling us that the money is attainable.
We wanted to account for it. That's the concern. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, doctor.
So that's so-called broke when they got comprehension problem.
You know, the point about the office. Is it a skill depend on all yeah, this way? Because you are getting all the people what is the speaker. Why we want to who made it? All people all the rock on all the why want to who made it in this country? Why about the other what about your black this all the representatives are why one party? Eh? What? It's not fair to us. It's not fair to us that somebody said, now our children some of these money, the very minister,
and the very opposition that are talking today, don't they have lawmakers? Are they talking about these things? Are they talking about these portions? Are they talking about it? The CDC is having a lot of lawmakers there at the house. The budget are now going before them. Are they talking about these things?
And these are the folks that should be even more critical.
They are the ones. They are represented. We elected them so that they can represent us.
Because they should be more critical on the budget.
But because their budget, their own have increased, they don't care.
Now you talk about the last 6 years when Bokochimo served as speaker. You know how many money were allotted to that office as speaker? Today, the immediate past deputy speaker, the current deputy speaker who just left the CDC. You know how much money were also allotted to him? And today is the same. This issue is not just about the allotment. We are asking, there's $1.2 billion. Will we see a positive trickle-down effect in the lives of the people, or is a projection to benefit the few? That's what we're talking. Nobody will separate the people from here.
Yeah.
When you eat government, and you still now, it will not benefit. They all lawmakers start to speak. What are you for the Unity Party? Look at in America, in matter of fact, the people look, the Republican, the Democrats, the government being shut down for a long period of time in the history of America. Guess what? They are the verge of settling everything. What did they do? Some of the Democrat senators, they saw the need and said, we can't stagnate our country based on politics whatsoever. They have joined the Republican and they're trying to move to one level. That's how we're talking about. When we want to exercise democracy, we want to get to a certain area, we have to do it. If nobody wants to separate somebody from this thing. We're talking about government. You're like,
Hello, sir.
you're welcome.
Yeah, I'm Jonathan.
Go ahead, Jeff.
They never so steady.
All right.
My brother, nobody should do about this or the party.
Yes. But I want to talking. This is government. Nobody can be celebrated because that money. We don't want the lawmakers say I'm on the Liberty Party, I'm on CDC, I'm on ANC. I will not hold the money. The money now allotted to them.
They are show. They have the common law. I need to see it.
When the CC government are leaving power, what was their last budget? They have around 600 million. Today, this government tell us that we get more than billion. We get more than billion.
Accountability that people must be able to account for it.
Let CDC sit there and shut up, man.
You get your people in government. These are the people. These are the folks. You keep the people feet to the fire.
They are the meat producers to this country.
Yeah. You in opposition where you whining and dining with all the corrupt attitude or unaccountability. You siding with the people that were constantly. You want to exempt yourself. Nobody will exempt anybody from here this morning.
No.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you for the topic this morning. This is Christian Brown calling for the more about this case.
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you for the topic. You know, we are doing the forum. These people are not in our interest. That will be realistic. For me, I know I can also get one or two things, but I think about the stable people.
Yes. I'm telling you, my brother. I'm telling you. Those kind of people.
When I get this money, the stable people, man. You know,
Who did you talk about the one? You talk about the one. But you got people in government. You got people in the House of Representatives, in the House of Senate. They're collecting the same money with everybody. What? Nobody giving on any account. Then you want to separate them from you. Then you don't want to go to Boga.
No, you didn't have to wait up. We're going to get tradition in our house and home. We get people in our
They planted there.
Oh, they planted there. They didn't think about Boga.
When you combine them, they more than anybody who are there. When you combine them from the House of Representatives to the Senate, they almost 25. You put them together, they almost in that number.
And these parties are still around.
And that number is a number that is very substantial enough to stand any force.
Sure.
And make a change. But then do it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where we're for to be teaching you this simple thing. You can have people over there. These are folks who should be fighting for us. These are folks who should be keeping government feet to the fire.
No, the ordinary opposition members, they know the government wicked, but they have a representative in their party, and they have who should speak about these things. They are not talking about
these are folks who should be answering questions too. Eh? Not because the United Party. Yomli Kangan, I'm a United Party.
She's a protest.
She's a protest. She's from Liberty Party.
Her budget increasing.
Her budget increasing.
She's selling far.
She's selling far. People from Liberty Party are there too. They celebrating it. They happy. You expect someone from his budget going up. He's smiling with his folks.
No, that budget is going to.
Eh?
I'm not saying liberal people.
Then you leave it. Why you want separate people? We talk about people in government. And those are the people who control the budget.
You have the chairman on the secretary level, on education level of the Senate.
Yeah.
Nothing on my game.
I get there.
Stop about the CDC.
Why are he talking? Eh? You got Senator Jalap on Lofa County.
Oh, you walk around. You don't get sent.
Good morning.
Good morning, Wiggy.
Good morning.
I'm a right very important for the staff. So the issue this morning is that legislature, that go to our benefit, that go for people insurance, people insure they can lost their over 1.3 million for people insurance. That go to legislature hearing. They can lost 2.9 million. And you are talking about a people with increasing budget for 1.7 to 8 million dollars. And the deputy people have increased the budget from 1.2 to 1.4 million dollars. Let's look at JFK. JFK budget. They only added 1.9 million for JFK. What kind of benefit team for what has increased? Let's look at EDS. EDS budget from 8.4 million to 9.1 million. Let's look at NSA.
No. Take your own time. Take your own time because you talk about JFK. JFK to the Warrior and Rennie Hospital will accumulate about 11.9 million. 11.9 million. That's a huge increment.
They added 1.9 million. What are you saying? They
Yeah, you know, thank you. But that's
But that's increment.
Yeah.
We agree with that.
You
That's
know,
increment.
You don't get it in
You ain't getting this
You
thing
don't
here.
get it in mix up.
If even it was 1, you carry a 2, that's increment,
Yeah.
right? That's increment. We want increment. in
We
those
are
areas.
talking and concerned about as to whether this 1.2 billion draft budget of the projection government have made will impact the lives of the people or benefit few. Because if you say, oh yes, because I don't want people bordering the issue of rescue government, because opposition part of this government. The first branch of government, you got opposition there. The immediate past government, they are in their numbers in the House of Representatives and couple of them in the Senate. They should be holding ground, collaborating with other opposition.
But the reason why they're there for.
But they're just sitting there. Rubber stamp group of people, when they walk out from the executive, it's about what in the budget for them. Then you still come back to say you want to go to Bogart.
The young man who talking here.
But if Bogart has to weigh on those people, that means they're ready.
If the man say 1.9 million increment, is that not a plus? It is. It will carry some improvement there.
We say
but we are saying here is if we are allocating 1.9 million addition, I wish what I got before me here, Rainy Hospital, JFK, we see 11.9 million. We see increment in those areas. We are saying if we can even cut down some of the levels of the speaker, the pro temp deputy speaker, we can even increase those areas more.
Yeah.
And the opposition are in the house, those are issues we're talking about. You think we'll get speaker about half a million? He can survive in Liberia? Eh? He can survive? We'll give him 2 million? Or put close to 2 million?
They won't gain the last time around. What did he do here?
Yeah.
What's the report?
But like, we're not getting this thing. And opposition lawmakers are there. This is, you'll be saying, it was saying 1.9 million equipment, why can't we get 2.5? Let's take something from there, carry so.
Good morning, Ambassador Brooks, and good morning, Ambassador Farr.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Gia, Pastor Gia.
My name is Pastor Gia Kayose, and I'm happy to have a budget of 1.2 billion. That's my concern. Can we raise 1.2 billion, from internal revenue? Where are the sources that we're going to get this money from to go to fund this budget? Let's remember budget and not money.
Yeah. The anticipation and projection.
Small people are not thinking budget and money. That means
Yeah.
So let me clarify.
Don't want to money again, you can tell us a budget shortfall.
Yeah, So there's one.
So all of the areas that are earmarking that we will get the money from, are we sure that we can get it from there? Are we sure that we can raise our domestic revenue?
Sure, we can raise our domestic revenue. We not depend on how many Americans put
Yeah.
EU's put a point of view, or then Swedish government put a point of view.
Yeah.
The other ones put a point of view.
Oh, so that's a man though.
Then let us recast the budget and redo it now, and then read the budget and get to the reality. It will be 700 million.
Yeah.
Let it be 700 million. Then it will be 1.2 billion.
Because right now, that audio money, that audio money.
We cannot plan our budget on what America will give us, what China will give us, what we are starting to get as room from World Bank, what we are starting from FCC compact. If you do that, no need to do the budget at 1.2 billion. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if we feel our revenue is increasing, why don't we keep our law make up their salary and benefits the way it is, and then the increment go towards pressing developmental.
Yes, this is a point. This is an issue.
Why should we hear that the budget go up, their salary go up? Why should we hear that the budget go up, their benefits go up?
Yeah.
Why should we hear when the budget goes up, then everything about them?
Yeah, because that's what we're asking now. So what is in the package for development? Because we know that money being allocated is just to improve the lives other than ordinary people. Because that's what we see what's happening. And we're talking that somebody wants to say, you want to go to United Party people. What you got CDC lawmakers, United Party lawmakers, all these folks are there. So they happen for what? Why you want to exempt them for what happening?
And then for me, I'm not for the background of party. Anytime election is over, I'm not content as the governor of the Republic of Nigeria. And not party anymore. The party can go to election. After election, we will say the governor of the Republic of Nigeria. Whether you want decision, whether it's the last decision, once you are in our house, and there is something that is not in the interest of the people.
Speak it out.
We force the behavior to speak it out and make sure that what is allocated
Sure.
That's why they even have received the budget.
Thank you.
And he's right. For instance, we look at infrastructure and basic services. It's about 133.21 million. Can we cut some other thing and increase the infrastructure business that we can be able to develop our country ourselves?
But look at Liberia own businesses that are struggling. You say you got 200 million for private sector investment. At the end of the day, IKEA is not taking. These people will be the one that they will go hire themselves.
Sure.
The businesses will improve while other smaller businesses will be struggling. And it comes from all sides. Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you so kindly, guys. This is Pastor David. So, first, the budget is unrealistic. Let me remind our Liberian people. In 2024-2025 budget, the government projected 800 million. In actuality, they raised less than 600 million. So you did not raise 800 million. As you told all of us. You come back 1 year later and say the budget now is 1,200,000,000.
What's about 2025 budget?
I don't know why you say 2025.
But is here mentioned 2024?
I said 2024, 2025. That's what I said.
Yes, that 2024, 2024 that 1 year. 2025, 2026 another year.
That's why you got 2025, 2026. That's why you raised the 1 billion. That's what we're saying here.
No.
They are not
You get it right.
projection.
Their 1.2 billion is for 2026. It's not 2025.
1 billion.
Yeah.
It's not for 2025.
2026 a draft budget now.
So I said 2025, 2026.
Yes, please go ahead.
So I know why I'm saying yes. So all of us in the country say it's unrealistic. We're asking for impact the last budget have on all of us lives. I'm also confused to say, why are we not fast to pass on trade Onominka? Are you aware that your budget have a budget of 3 billion? The owner of who else, are you aware you have a budget of 3 billion?
For what?
For what now? So you for what?
For tourism.
Who told you that he's the head of
But he's the head of tourism.
He's the ambassador for tourism.
That money for the
ambassador
or if
let me tell you, the ambassador for tourism is under Minister of State. Ministry of State. Why would we teaching all the time?
I mean, why the guys will always come to the
I told you comprehension problem that they has issues.
President Hayes Onanuga is not the head of the Liberia National Tourism Authority. The president appointed people, he's ambassador. The money allocated in the budget for the tourism entity, the authority, he's not the one who controls it.
But
so it's sad that you will even go sit somewhere.
The problem we get comprehend.
Still they kind of ill-filtered.
But the president's special envoy of tourism, where is it as an ambassador? Where does that office sit? What kind of man so?
I'm shame for you.
I'm very shame.
Though I know that you below par in terms of reasoning, but you want more than that now. So it's okay. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Yeah, good morning, Wiki.
Yeah.
And good morning to Allah.
Give her.
Yeah, thank you. Please give her contact on the document. I've been trying to get through. So we have a serious issue with President Boaka. Let me say it before I go to the lecture. Number one, as a brother here, but the issue about the budget adding up or coming with the kind of budget where cases. Number one, two. If we decide to say we want to build a country, we cannot join region people.
Yes.
And forget about the country.
Yeah.
Because all the money advocate is not going to Ministry of Health, it's not going to education, it's not going to the National Police, it's not going to the Army. All the money will go to the executive and the people who inherit the job. That's where the money going here.
But even we are sitting here today. What are the subsidies that are being provided to media institutions in the budget? Say yeah,
Is this change we ask for? President Boaka, no, beg you please.
But one thing I want you to understand is, if you look at the past budget of legislature, we're around 41 million. We are talking about 51, that's addition of 10, right?
Yeah.
So the addition of 10. If you look at the security sector, the rule of law, we are talking about 151 million. So people should not look at this like President Boga never increased in health, in security, in education. No, don't get that. That is wrong. Our point here is, if these lawmakers were elected by the people, the president has said this is a draft.
Good morning.
What they have in a contribution?
Good morning.
Good morning to my chief ambassador.
Good morning, Moses. Pastor Moses, sir.
Thank you. You know, I highly appreciate the debate. So all the time, there's no time I will ever miss this show. It's just that I don't take it with family. So, we like I said it all. And one of the things I remember listening on this whole topic is the authority of those who go project or qualified project. This is the authority of
Yeah, and we're looking at the lives of the ordinary people. How do they stand to benefit? But people still want to bring party line into this thing. They talk about Liberian. How do when the budget don't reach the ordinary people, that it will be based on party line? You got your people from your different party, they order, they stand to benefit. Usually from the budget, the projection here. Once it is actualized, they will benefit from it. You're not focusing on it. You want to separate them from the other people. What makes them so extra?
You know, Mr. Boy, I find everything we have to go to this before. And I don't know, sometimes it's hard, people will say, maybe,
Yeah.
the room or among people.
And one man can sit down and call, tell you, say, you all know your boss man got 3 point someone million. How can, thank you, thank
I've
you.
been thinking.
You guys
Look at, for instance, right? Let's go to specific issues.
the speaker now get 3 million. The deputy speaker got 3 million. Then that came by here now. What the sense in our
And
one?
what Mohammed Bao here?
Yeah. Oh.
But again, think. Look, let's be realistic, right? There are massive increment into ministry and
For all
education
areas.
institution. First time in the history of Liberia that the Ministry of Agriculture getting 13 million. It wasn't like that before. We agree. But yeah, our point. If we are increasing these ministry agency budget, we agree with that. But we look at increment in some other areas that are unrealistic. Now we reduce it.
So if we excellent.
Yeah.
If we are talking about the increment that we're talking about today now, everybody happy about it. Why we could not just stay with the same budget for the legislature last year?
41 million.
So what did they do with the 41 million?
Now, let me carry it up.
That we carried it to 51. So they carried it up. They carried it up with all of them are there. Some of you claiming that your representative, your senator, they carried it up with all of them are there.
Oh, they talking about for that taking.
They went from 11 point somebody. From 11 point somebody from goods and services, travel, gates, all these things. They carried the 14 million again. That one are extra big again. You taking all the ones. Then you say, oh, let me tell you something. I will always say this thing. Any president that sits at the executive mansion and thinks that he has the kind of control over the legislators and can manage to get away too, nobody won't be having problem with him. Because those are the people that your representation over there who should be there to write the necessary checkpoint.
To bring the gate.
All of them sitting right there, they receive it. So nobody call on this show in the name that you want to take one jackrabbit from one party and separate him and put him to another area. It will not work on this platform.
Nathaniel Magwe says at chairman of education. See what we're having here. They talk about they are raising the ceiling to about 132 million. 0.98. We're talking about payroll, grant, we're talking about a tuition-free policy, school rehabilitation, and all these things. Are these things now?
The money that was allocated the last time around to the protest office, what's the update? What's the breakdown? The speaker, the deputy speaker. Even Funadikova, who had left that office, got his audit to tell us that he was there when we passed a budget that he operated in, whatever level he reached to. Can he give us update on it? You're not thinking about those things. Another man there, he operated illegally before becoming a legal speaker. Are we asking for stewardship for the people to answer? You leader, you won't go hard behind what? Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
You know, we give good morning. I'm Mr. Smith calling from the Kool.
Mayday.
Yeah, early morning. You know, I listen to you and everything you're saying is the truth. Because let's look at the speaker budget. It just say you rescue speaker. And look at the budget.
Yeah.
And
Same becoming speaker. Just show what you have done now. We will give you almost 2 million.
I'm going to give you almost 2 million in the budget. And you call yourself rescue speaker. You are now putting more for the field of the country here for rock. Look at what's going on. Even the rescue mother, the protein. Is she the rescue mother for the rescue team, and our budget is going up at this point, so they need to cut it down because thank God to the president they have increased I saw JFA budget. But the speaker, the deputy speaker, the protein,
yeah.
The rescue
Many people tell us extra why they're doing so much in this country that we got to be giving any kind of money. What they better doing?
We're giving speaker 2
But
million.
these are the issues we focus on.
Deputy speaker, come on, for ourselves and CDC. You see what he's saying? Come on, for CDC. They have the Liberty Party, the rescue model. Man, thank you for the show, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah. You have to understand this thing. What these people have done. So much that we see the strengths, we see the kind of improvement, we see what they have done for the country. That we see, look at the kind of damaging audit reports that are all around. Are we concerned about these things? These people told us that they were going to be audited. Yeah. They are not being audited.
The CSA went there.
People who supposed to be
Sarah Mariko, who's jumping around from party to party, anything, CMC, he was there. Yeah. What the opposition talking about? Hey? Eh?
A man resigned from the caucus of Broncane, but he still represents.
He's a Pueblo club. But he represents the country.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah,
they jump from there, go to CMC party.
Yeah.
You see? The CSA when I said they stole a lot of irregularities in that area. The chief just said today. They never saw irregularities in the place here. Now the folks were talking about credential, other they said there are a lot of folks who are there who are not even captured on payroll, but in the payroll they're working. Money going to them. Let me say, sincere, man. The reason why these people are there, they are there to help the president and help the government or help the Liberian people. That's what we elected them for. Now the budget before them. We talk about goods and service tax to increase from 12 to 13%. If we are having this, we talk about quality insurance process, right? Ambassador, are they thinking that they can help to increase some of the area? The president say these are the increment, right? Speaker, deputy speaker, lawmaker, can we cut and say let's sacrifice for our people and put it in the direction? See the president that they will increase it.
In a democratic space, any part of the world, you will expect any president who want to have his way on these people.
Sure.
They are the one charged with the sole responsibility to erect the next chapter and say, hey, don't bring this here.
They put 103.
But if the president see these people are wigoted and he can manage his or her way through, don't bother blame the president.
Yeah, no, blame the president.
These people are our direct representation. They represent us. Are they coming back to consult with us? But they say that they look for what in the packet. They budget, they can't wait for it to be passed because they are seeing $51.7 billion. It be good for them. You talk about public hearing. The other one. We stay giving people money for function that is legitimate when it comes to the constitutional function.
Yeah.
Then we stay giving them money again to perform their function.
Let me say, man.
Then you still won't go to party line. When they put that money, they can't even give it to your party headquarters.
Good morning.
Thank you, Nat. Thanks for the exclusive recognition. Thanks for the previous as well. Let me say good morning to Hebrews. They are the voice of First Kolake. So what we have observed since the inception of this government, there have been significant increment when it comes to the budget. I can recall during the CDC budget 2023, a budget was in 782.74 million. And during Unity Party regime, Unity Party first budget, it was 880 million. Today, the second budget being presented before the House of Legislature, we have 1.1 billion. So actually, I'm actually happy. But the only thing there is the budget is a law. I think one of the days that our budget will be carried to Global Party, room 1023, to be bushel. So we are calling on the government with the increment of the budget today. We are living to see Liberia budget first in history to have crossed $1 billion. But let it affect the ordinary people.
That's our concern.
Yes. Instead of the House of Legislature significantly increasing their allotment, their
prices. They go 5,000. Then we stay go start giving them extra incentives and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, there's somebody trying to say it's not real, but you know, from the day the government came up into being, Their budget have always exceeded.
But the budget they had, the 800 million, I'm gonna give it. They'll give it more than 60 million to the legislature. It was very high. This government can not reduce it.
And they carry it back.
But now a real 1.5 billion or 2 billion, they will be taking 70 million.
I can see that man reaching billion one day.
So with the issue, with the issue,
They will hit 5 billion.
They don't deal one.
Unreasonably, I don't think the issue.
But man, somebody say coming cold food. They made a budget for the food for the party. Then you say the budget unrealistic. That doesn't make me a budget.
So don't pray. Let it come to reality to affect you and myself life. At the University of Liberia, there is no chair. There are no chair. The university lack basic necessity. Don't push our argument there.
Okay.
The budget of the university.
Okay. And to be Prince. Okay. To be frank, there's a massive increment into ministry agency. There's a lot of improvement.
But this is the part most of the folks are missing.
Yeah. They put politics inside.
We all happy to see the budget increase.
For almost 200 years, you can't reach billion. You can't hear billion need to the budget.
Yeah, and we're also concerned that the budget should have a positive trickle-down effect in the lives of the people.
Sure.
You know, don't separate anybody from your party into this government thing. Because no man will receive. You got one man, he lawmaker who just jump on and say we corrupt. But when they bring the money, he takes it.
Yeah,
he don't say I will not hold it. But he will comes and say we corrupt. He bragging about being a rogue, and you hear him.
Yeah.
Nobody questioning him.
The former speaker, the battle speaker, he said that.
And even during the press conference of announcing the CDC groundbreaking program ahead of the groundbreaking ceremony, he admitted again, he said 18% of people who are contributing to the groundbreaking ceremony for the Unity Party, but if you want to know, you must meet him in room to Bolo Palace. He called the room number again. Nobody asking him.
If after some just came up, you lose the past government. Some to a boss and he gave extra $4 million to election commission. So you see how money was wasted?
Yeah, the man is saying he gave extra $4 million than what the National Elections Commission asked for during the 2023 election. Which permission?
You see?
Who gave him the right? He said a private money that you will just say, I get it for extra. You go hold that man now for $4 million, they will say a politically motivated. But when the man was sitting up, and he was talking over and were talking, a man was itching to put all these things on, nobody put him on a piece gone. He said it, but nobody want to have him answering for these things.
You see? Why would I sincere to the whole process? Why?
That Richard Kool there. You say you keep the rescue, your budget going up.
Yeah.
Thomas Farah who just left the
and he called his there because he's not alone. He called him by the one who made him to become the speaker. What are they saying? Opposition lawmakers are among those lawmakers.
But it will not because of the same Richard Kool business standing by Richard Kool the expert Thomas Farah from CDC.
Yeah. Let me say, share, man. We can look at it holistically. There's a massive increment in national budget activities here. We agree.
Our concern here is this. Look, while we talk about the increment, this should not be something like window dressing somewhere. We see the money increase, but intended for certain people.
Yeah.
Now we talk about $200 and some more $1 million for private sector investment. How many Liberian businesses will benefit from it? Will it be official of government now? Because you in government, so you got your colleague sitting at so place, you can manage to get your way through to a business increase. You know what happened to our people? You know, so we need to look at all of these things. And folks, so that's it for the first segment. And this morning, about the violence we were talking on yesterday. And this is damaging. This is not politics. And some of you today, the reason why when people go after people, when they are audited and ask them to come and answer, because now you don't have the knowledge, you did not understand how government functioned in the past. So at the end of the day, you only politically being blinded that you think your government was just doing the best. The same will happen with this government tomorrow when other government come and decide to go after them to answer for the stewardship. They say, oh, they wish something. But the GSC over the period of time have done some significant audit that require serious action for folks. Nobody chasing people. I don't know what part of the world in this country you think that when people serving position, you just walk, you leave in position, you take the poll after I close it. All the key documents that you should help others when they come in a position to move them forward, you put it under your arm, you get away.
You go away.
When somebody comes in a position, they start over. Then you make it look like it's something so nice. Now, the GSC did an audit on the Liberia Electricity Corporation. That a lot of this is damaging. That's why we're saying on yesterday, the new management team and other folks, you need to do a serious audit on transformer, meter, wire, and all of these things. Your planning officers, those guys who are on the field, go and see the salary they're earning and see the homes they are living in. Now, the audit report for the GSC that they conducted on the Liberia Electricity Corporation, just imagine, the people conducted procurement audit at value at around 61 million plus.
That way so anything can happen.
Without any evidence of bid, proceeding, and contract awards from 2018 to 2023.
You see there?
They just operated.
You see? The folks talking about unrealistic budget.
Yeah.
You see?
Ask them now to answer the kind of question. For 2018 to 2023. The report also revealed no evidence of remittance of personal income tax amounting to US 10 million plus for the period on the audit review.
Is that what wrong government? And these are the very
person they said going for people who serve in those positions at that time. You say they wish something. You know how much money you lost?
And somebody name and say you'll be surprised.
Yes. According to the report, they said the management of LEC, but then headed by our own senior man, Oliver Monica Time, who was the CEO, and Kool Kwapina, awarded contract to vendor Petrol Trade Incorporated amounting to US 2 million.
2,700,000?
Yes. Without any evidence of the required procurement process. No objection, approval for the Public Procurement Concession Commission. They just operated.
Yeah.
They were not talking about saying amen to go wait for me to the gate. Because the last time I was listening LEC business, you're saying amen on me here. Yeah. One of the citizens regime you are very amen on me here. I'm very serious. People don't know what people go through here.
You don't know.
You get stressed home, you come to work, you get stressed. Don't go brother amen on me here.
You see, they don't supposed to
movement shake or twist in the hand.
Movement is not progress. They will just run it.
You got to talk the next thing, they will go stand outside the gate and say they're waiting for me. And the only thing I can do is just shoot. Because I will surely disrespect anybody that's saying it for me the money.
Movement is not
this
progress.
This got to change.
And they are refusing audit. Why?
Yeah. How can you run entity for years? You just decided that you're running your own. But when you see that private business, as soon as they salary, they get all the PP ledgers, they check in. You sure they won? You sure they won? But when it comes to government,
somebody have sacked people then with that business money 3, 4, 5, 6 times.
For $10. But millions of dollars, you telling almost just watch people walk around here.
You see them checking their laundry official clothes. I mean the material they buy, the tassel not still on. What you do with the tassel?
And imagine, these are the officials who were serving in the capacity at the time.
They stay around.
From 2018 to 2023 periods, during which the LEC were managed by the foreign board directors. You have Honorable Monica
Al Catan,
I think CEO at the time.
The chairman.
Yes. You had Samuel D. Twe.
He's still around. Sanitary member.
Minister of Finance. Sanitary member. You have Musa Dean, the Attorney General at the time, sanitary member. You had
Chestnut Murray.
Who
that time of business?
The man was saying I want motorbike back.
Yeah.
We donated motorbike to Mines and Energy. Former President, we asked them to send it right back. They brought it back 2 o'clock in the morning. We carried it.
That people damn on the tape.
Yeah.
You see the kind of thing there?
Then you have Charles Bright, advisor to the former president.
Yes.
But he wanted the sanitary member.
Yeah.
You have Josiah K. Park, private sector member. Victoria Tue, private sector member. Kevin Kumi, senior, private sector member.
That Dave Kumi?
Dave Kumi, yeah. I forgot love because. Yeah. Jacob Fire, private sector. Samuel Reeves. I would have very that was Samuel Reeves, a man of God. And very I got to answer the question here.
You see the content there?
Now, they said the GSC audit uncovered significant discrepancy between LEC reported and recalculated social security contribution. Now, how can we be running such a sector that because this sector is a sector that brings back huge income for the country. The energy sector we're talking about. But we see that people just admire wives for themselves.
Employer contribution, 950,000.
648.
Employee contribution, 634,000 plus. Why they just rob everybody in this country? Even all the meters, bringing here procurement, they run around transformer, doing they want, currency.
Yeah.
When it comes to accountability now, they get problem. And I honor the people that the tax was funded, the ambassador.
Yeah.
What they say, want to go to Pastor Field, go for
the last time we were asking, can Madam brought in her time as the head of the tax force on anti-power theft. Now, can we say how much we have generated over a period of time that people today are buying the meters, people, subscribing and buying current, all of these, the tokens and whatsoever. Let's say, okay, you have already 2-3 years. Let's see how in the tax force over a period of time. Let's look at the return. What have we had? Because we know that by the end of the day, if President Burger wakes up tomorrow and says he appointing new person for that area or dissolving that identical task force, that LEC takes charge and operate.
There will be audit.
When you ask for audit, they say you want to audit her because she comes from the past regime.
Yeah.
But she stay in this regime.
She stay there.
We always want to see good things, but when it steps to match what the good things, we question it. We put politics into it. How can people be sitting in position 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 6 years?
No record.
No record.
How you
You did procurement, you did this, you did that. Nobody can trace anything. And you telling us, you expect us to just watch people walk around here.
Nobody should ask questions.
Nobody should ask.
Is that we want a better Liberia?
Yeah. We say we want better country.
Then we're seeing budget increment, then we're causing noise. We're not looking at specific. Hey, Liberia.
We should be asking, why are we increasing this? Okay, agriculture, we increase agriculture. What's the last budget?
Let us go to specific.
What's the last budget?
But with the politics that engulf the mind of Liberia, they just go the whole. Now, this will be the point now, they will start to exclude the former president. I'm saying this intentionally.
No, he's not off the hook.
But don't do. When it comes to the other government, they'll say, anything somebody will say, we play the president.
Yeah.
They leave the president, say they go to the president. But we're talking about people accounting individually for their position as stewardship.
An entity, integrated institution decide to audit.
Yeah.
They bring in all the report. We're not careful to look at the report. We're only looking at names are involved and think that people wish hunting people. But when these people were sitting in these positions, you can't even tell how where you benefited.
Look at the pastor, some things I've seen here. No monthly billing or collection report submitted to LEC.
Yeah.
No fixed assets registered to track asset transfer to the
But the report even states that LEC had no set plan. They gave no plan how they were operating.
No record for total megawatt supplied by companies, the company Ivorian, the electronic, they call it CRE, or consumed by lab energy from March to December 2023. No record.
No record. Nobody wants to talk about it.
No evidence of government revenue share payment by the lab energy since the agreement commencement in March 2023. How will we operate a country like this? And we just allow everybody to go, they get rich at our expense and go, we're not asking a question. So how come we do government? So is it how the past government wanted to retain power and just let people just steal the goal, just like that, nobody answer? We're traveling on a bad decision in this country.
Say they're calling for accountability and systematic refunds.
Yeah.
To restore transparency and public trust in the management.
And I come to one ambassador that is affected Liberia today. Poor maintenance of power lines.
Yes.
With no periodic clearance of vegetation around transmission pole and lines is affecting us today.
Yeah.
Some communities, you see the pole lean one side.
Hey man, do that thing.
It poses a thing to the community.
Nobody cares. Already it raining.
It raining.
We got kids
The storm.
who are clean, even we ourselves. We walking in the water.
Yes.
You got wire all on them. I mean,
some of the posts nowadays have expired already. It will be changed only because of the people's attitude.
You get some of the posts, you see the bread sitting on the land today because some of the things they eat. You see trees, extra thing growing.
Yeah.
The fungi. You see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they never did anything with care.
Let's be honest. How can you run an entity from 2018 to 2023? You get record to show anything.
They say no evidence of bowl by law.
Yeah.
No recorded bowl meeting between July 2018 to December 2021. What's that?
Yeah, there's no board meeting. No plan to have in moving the institution forward.
So you want to tell your level to a money captain? He was the chairman and CEO.
One man show.
He the one to stand everything.
The man said, but that means me myself CEO, and that means me myself board chair. That
is board.
That the president giving power.
So you want to tell me something to them? Austin and their friend was a dean, a Leonard councillor, with all of these people, Jesla Murray, Josiah Park, Victoria Tua, Dave Kume, Jacob, all of them were there.
For these people right now, you hear people saying that which one.
They are leading.
But I already report on these people, that people who sat and make decisions.
To take this position, you are telling you have no book. You have learned, you got master degree, you got PhD. To function, you have your idea. Yeah, to function, you don't have ideas. Hey man. Why is our both people are educated treating us like this? You want to tell me all of these landed individuals in Liberia operated with no record? If you tell a little child today, would they believe this thing? Where there is the education? Eh? No. If you dig deeper in this thing, ambassador today, gasoline, car rental, fuel, other things, they will not give you one record.
But they're telling you that there is no record for these things.
Jesus Christ. This country? This
now,
country? This
go
country?
Planning, you see the planning men. You go to LEC. You go to some people right now in the yard, they get 3, 4, 5, 6 leopards lying down there, they selling it. Yeah. You go to some of the places, you see wires, you see meter field in one room. They get transformer.
Some of them the current they taking, they don't pay a damn to Liberia.
Yeah.
They just getting current.
They're telling people how they can.
And they even outsource current to other businesses in this country that the meter can read, but the money going to them.
Yeah, they tell you how to.
But we are the poor people, we must recharge periodically. The day a meter go off, you don't get current. But you, because you want to be a lawyer about citizen, you will bear it until you look for your file, $10, you put it there. But their own flat rate, they just enjoy it. They only pay any money to individuals.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Somebody pay 5,000, 6,000,
oh, 7,000
for one transformer. You say you want your private. No record.
No record.
3, 4 persons just sit and disobey the money right among themselves.
Some people go to position They leave from there, we ain't get nothing.
Yeah.
How do you think we want to develop this country? How do you think? How do you think even the budget come to increase? Because these things help.
And
Why government allotting money to you, the one that generating can even help to extend, you know, the other parts of Liberia.
And the energy sector is a sector all around the world that produces huge sum
Sure,
of income for any country.
sure.
Okay, folks, let's go to the lines and hear from you. 0775-919-919, That was bullshit there.
And
the man will manage to recharge and meet up with that small little business.
Yeah. They are Liberians, even in the swamp, they want current. They able to pay, they get the money, but current don't reach them. Every day we are taking around there one Maserati. Listen to the They won't have how they see your edgy current. Today, Nima County, Bon County, they're going to benefit for anything yet. You see, Liberia?
What can we going to be depending on IC? Yeah. I think we'll be talking.
And I'm told,
go out there, go sit down outside and say, everything can run by.
When I go, there one knows that go. Wherever you go by inside.
Yeah.
I'm told that this government is involved in the solar energy. Very large land is being harvested already with solar energy that will set to benefit from it. Let us improve this life for the people, man. We got the resources. You can't tell me say we all our minds, but when time to apply for the job, they will bring all their degrees. But time to account for the position, they no poke again.
Why when they try all like the program, just use them. You can get all the people that you want to make a serious security man. If you over and over, who can you spare it? 0775-919-919, 0880-919-919. What?
Good morning.
Good morning.
That's indeed. I'll always praise you. When you're ready for government, you're deal with government good. When you're ready for opposition, you're deal with them. I only will teach. I'm Emmanuel, calling from Monrovia. I told you the other day, I'll always remind you. I say, we the citizens, the voters, we must deal with us. All these things are happening, we are the cause. You see, in Liberia, we don't defend our role. If the CDC people do it, or many see for our power, when I never people, many people are very suffering. People now, you see CDC come out, they say they condemn me and a witch hunt of Finabono. Is that they can pay me for the country? All of us will feel that we're being well for this country. Now, most of us, now they get a salary group, and Moriba Dahe, NGO reform, CDC salary. The only day the protest, we not pull him down one day. I mean, we need a back. So, I get to the point citizen, but the 1% we have to improve. These are the things we're talking. So, you said you are. The other report there, they will not do nothing about it. They will be pretending over behind. I want a row. Anywhere they carry her will be behind her. And I know one there. So, thank you very much.
Thank you. Pierre Loma said, they will say, yeah, leave that I walk on the teeth.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I tell you, they associate themselves with rogue.
Yeah.
Because this one have to change. We have to be sincere. And seeing that this government is coming with a lot of the minds of folks who are key on seeing this. Look at the legs of P. Gaston Jackson. If you're going to be somebody who want to come about his interest, these things that we're not going to know about these things. Look at what's happening today. How many persons have duped this country? The LSCC, the asset recovery team, they are now opening Liberians' eyes about some folks who are doing things in those areas. The CSA.
To the extent, even some of the folks who being affected by these people's actions while serving in this position, they still do not see it and realize it.
No.
They still do not,
that they are not a thief.
It should be even more painful that you thought that
it should
this
be
person
shameful,
was in your interest,
yeah,
and this person have done this kind of a harm to you.
It should be a shameful thing. There are people from your party will carry on this kind of you said that you cover them.
But even now, some of the corruption allegations that we're talking about, there are people from the opposition who are in bed with the current government and committing these crimes.
Sure.
And making the people to believe that they're there for them.
And they know they can survive. They're there.
Yeah.
They show you the way. We're in the past government, we know how they can do anything. They will show you the way. Their actions counterproductive to the growth and development of this country.
Key government position and perform a duty with all records.
Yeah. How?
How? Now for 1 month, say yes. You just sat in a position. Everybody ran their own show. No accountability. We're talking about millions of dollars today that would have gone to the health sector, that would have gone to the education sector, infrastructure. There are other areas that have gone to, but few people today. Go and see some of the folks. Do you need to rob the people before you pay us?
Yeah.
You need to rob people before you buy a car?
Pastor, you working, oh? You working. You taking salaries. Why you can't live on what you're getting? But you want more than what you're working for. You must rob people. Because you want to live in luxury.
919-919-0880-919-919 are the 2 numbers you can call us on. The lines are currently activated. Call us and be part of the conversation this morning. LEC is under the spotlight. You listen to the audio report on them again. Now, will there be witch hunt again if these people are called to answer for the stewardship? Because these are people who are serving on the board.
Yeah.
And the board controls such institution. So you're telling me they were just there and just making requests probably? I mean, send me, they want, send me that one, send me that one.
Wait, or were they called by the president immunity?
Yeah.
Well, what somebody can say? He's a national security advisor member.
Say he got top secret, he's sitting on top secret.
Yeah. You can say that in other country.
I get 4 million extra.
You move on the place here.
Yeah.
They will not hold you to answer.
Yes, I go see that they just released him yesterday. They carry him, he go home and on a straight judicial supervision.
People get joke.
And he's banned from traveling out of the country until he filed him for a retrial. People are taking key steps in other countries. We said before the television, we won't watch these things, we won't listen to the news, we won't read these things. But when it comes to library, we say, oh, you wish something. But we talk about millions of dollars getting missing in thin air.
Nobody should ask.
Shamefully. People who felt they know the numbers. You can't, no record of board meetings.
Yeah. But they're taking pay.
You're taking pay. You don't go for a board meeting, but you get your board fees. You see?
We still want better Liberia.
Yeah. 0775-919-919, 0880-919-919 are the numbers you can call us on to be part of the conversation this wonderful, wonderful Tuesday morning. You see, this is where we find ourselves.
This thing must change.
Yeah. When allegations are leveled against people, they are indicted to go and face in trial, to stand with the people legally, to provide all of the legal pieces of advice to them, you only politicize it. You see?
On a road, so they
Yes.
have rope be there.
These are troubling times for our country.
It's troubling. Yeah. How will we have a better Liberia?
Yeah.
People are traveling, getting education in other countries, praising the people economy. But when you come home, you see the worst. And now people acquire education out of the country. Where are being an application of them? What's the application? Nothing. They want Maserado yet. Pretty close to 200 years, electricity have never covered all part of Maserado yet.
What are your friends?
Yeah. How big is Liberia? Other people are having the largest economy. They are trying so much for their people. But a small country here. We have to rethink. We have to have men and women with a spine to make sure that these things work out for the citizens of the country. But at the end of the day, we want to look at one person. Oh yeah, what are the president? What are the president? What are the president? What's about those other Liberians that were called to serve?
Yeah, you got people who are responsible and fully charged to do the check and balances when it comes to the executive action, decisions that should be taken. But they sit and allow the people to ride them too. Then when the people cry, they make it look like they are folks that the president has total control over.
Mm-hmm.
You got elected, the president got elected. The president has no power to dismiss you. You got the authority to even impeach him to say you will not be president from today. You got the power to the president directly reports to you on behalf of us because you are the direct representation of us. That's why every year the president makes a progress, the challenges, achievement reports to our legislators. You receive it on behalf of us. But you say how behind the executive didn't do the executive didn't. Tell what you're there for.
Therefore.
You know? 0775.
We can't continue like this. We can't continue. Then when it comes, we just throw blame. Who is that person here? That's a person here. And when we put up in the position, we heal them. Oh, these people are qualified. They can do the work. They got the educational backing. Let's put them there.
I'm getting a report that there's a protest currently at Lipa. There's one area that the president needs to look as well in Basel. Yeah. I want to say the young man that is there, he has seen himself as law and gospel.
Yeah.
He runs that place like he's running this private business or his farm.
You see that?
Yeah. So there's a protest amongst the discovery taking place at Lipa. You know. So we try to
if you are not prepared or you are unable to be in the position, just leave the position. Don't stay there and harm like the rest of the folks. If you're not prepared, leave the position. Let those who are having a moral will, the heart to serve the people, let them be the one to hold those areas. You see? We say all of these people, oh yeah, they work all right. Let's leave them. But when you count all of the worst things that happen in the country, their names are a part of those things. Now the GSC have come out a report. They have come out with a report. They have come out with a report now. And not just telling us what happened, but they naming people also put out recommendations. Now another report has come up. Money Captain, Samuel Tue, Musa Dean, Jesla Murray, Charles Bright, Josiah Parr, Victoria Tue, Dave Kume, Jacob Faya, Samuel Reeves. All these people were members. Sector member, private sector member, statutory member, they all sat there. And these are the allegations on them. These are the allegations. Make your point this morning on 0775. Our lines, our lines have been restored. Seriously, we're having a difficulty here with our lines, but our technicians have worked on them. We are back. 0775 919 919 0880 919 919 are the numbers to partake on the program this morning. Our lines are activated now. You can get on the line. What's your say this morning about this? Would this be another witch hunt? When these people are called to answer questions? Will we now say again that another witch hunt has come? Or should we leave these people and go to the former president instead of asking? Because under this time, under review was on his watch. Should we go to the former president and ask him about electricity procurement process, a matter about
61 million, we should go to the former president and ask him. Whereas we place men and women in positions to serve this country.
But Vi, I can simply tell you that behind the scene with the confirmation and the discussion, there are LIPA, yes. Those folks who been hired for the last 8 months, who are the maintenance people, the girls and other men who been cleaning up, they are not being paid. So today they have blocked the entrance of the LIPA office, no vehicle entering. So some of the employees have to get down and walk before you enter, but the buses are not there yet. They are not going there so far. So I just spoke to 1 or 2 of them, and they didn't able to confirm that until they are well. Then you have not paid the people you terminated the contract.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Fapla.
That ball.
Where is it?
Say I don't know that.
Yeah.
No, apparently say.
Yeah.
I know we are lot.
Ni ala.
Okay. Yeah, you know that one.
Ni ala Fapla.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, but it happened too big for the man. They're moving from there.
No, I think the president needs to take that young man from over.
Let's take him from there.
Then he go and manage his parents' property. You know, saying he man a senator.
But the mayor be able to forcing the work on him. Yeah, he not killing the people.
Yeah,
he care.
He concerned on his hair, the way he fix his hair.
You see that?
He concerned about his hair, like that, you know.
So when they can't function, it's not man because they are parents or people, and she wanted his mother is one of the strong member of the Unity Party.
But the one that passed, yeah.
See that?
She's a senator.
Does it mean that with Unity Party will force you in the position?
I understand that even over the weekend they can exchange cards.
You see
sometimes he using his mother on the car and she using his.
You see that?
Yeah.
Then you leave Liberians who are struggling to make sure the institutions are up to date. You leave them. The last time we see report that the vehicles, workers have to put money together.
To buy gas. The other time the tire sport, they saw him try to talk to him. I think they needed. One of the persons who just recently resigned, he threatened to sack the person. And shockingly, they said this a female, she took her letter there, her resignation letter, and delivered the letter, and even told them, you are following me letter for entertainment. They said he was the very first person to jump in a car to follow the girl.
For entertainment?
For entertainment.
That play ball, man.
Yeah, he said he played the boogie down.
That play ball, man. That play too big for him. Because I'm told that the last time the HR were on leave, they never submitted the workers' payroll at the CSA for payment at the Ministry of Finance there. They never did it. It was overdue. And he doesn't even care about that.
And we're getting report again that the driver, he's on the payroll, but he drives for his wife. So the whole month they can leave that space for him before they submit. Then
you gotta go sign.
Go and fill
so he doesn't go to work?
Yeah.
But he will be the last man to sign and fill in all of the days of the week that he work. You see, his expense on the Liberian government, but for a private use. You see Liberia?
You know, some of you that in government, I'm not have no secret. Thank God, in the next couple of days, or maybe the week, we'll be meeting the president. Because Vi and myself will have the chance to see with the president. We'll carry our report. We'll be on our arm. We'll carry our foot up.
But somebody put in a move.
Did
that happen to the president?
I don't have anything for anybody.
Did that happen to the president? They are not helping the president. You see? Some of them are like in a position, they are forced to be in a position. They just put them there.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Good morning.
And now they were talking, I think I'm going to add what in there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Money to Ambassador Pie and money to Ambassador Brooks.
Good morning, sir.
My man, but the problem there, Wiggy, is the first talking point I would really have interest in that. So please allow me to just say little things. Wiggy, if they go to work and then take some of those money and put it in the military and do some other recruitment, it would be all right for us. Because whole country can be relying on that little army. I was there before, I know how it looked like.
No, but the reason because we know that we or anybody, so we just
yes, some me.
We just got a small number, so because we know the people or anybody.
See what and the two sheriffs, some of you are starting the future journey, you continue, because our men in Canada, they just want politics divide the comment. We say, what would be the dividend to the masses for the increases that they're making? We don't say Baka or Opo. But the people can't understand it, and the way you're shot shooting there. I ever had my own friend or my friend, because we're speaking, I can know it for too. Let it be nationalistic. Look at the police, and you know, you go to Israel County, and then you get up to 8 policemen in the whole country.
Oh, but from there.
I mean, do some recruitment, let police be all over. But when they go to me, they want that, with this cousin here. Tell me, I say, you right, that's up for visiting care.
Thank you. Let's talk to other color. Good morning.
Good morning. A pleasant good morning to you, the two sheriffs, and a pleasant good morning to those in radio room. And I call the University Conference. My name is Captain Kool. So we thank you for the issue you said. In totality, you know, it's serious. Everything is just the president. You know, we are just shaving brain.
No, we got to change that mentality, that mindset. Let people take the focus on the principal deputies, the people's deputy. You got a representative, you send the representative directly. Why are you just jumping into the president? One of these people who got the power to question the president, we don't have power.
That's the case. And this is you know, I don't know. We are so narrow.
Yeah, we got a tendency in this country. We can never say to solve problem. We run away from problem and jump to another era.
Indeed, what we do is we narrow the discussion. The issue is clear. We narrow it to our understanding, which is just that. And it's serious. It's very serious. We must look at it critically. We must be able to think and know that and how this country.
Thank you.
You know that other Republicans, but I won't call to talk about. Oh, Jones, I just missed your call this morning. Hope you can call back. Yeah, you know, they don't want to talk.
Yeah, let's talk to our callers. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Rosita Lawford from I think from the day.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much for this platform. You know, there's something that I want to say here. How can you be in your house and hate your house? And what exactly the men are doing in the country? This guy wickedness come from the houses.
That complete looting attitude, the guy.
Yeah. So when you see when they say witchcraft, you know the one that I can just fly in the air at night. I told somebody, I said witchcraft, when you are somebody who is that concerned about human feelings, you are a witch.
Okay, let's talk to Jones. He's back on the line. Jones, good morning. Good morning. You're live.
Yeah, no, let me just start with this. Natal and Wiki. You see, my problem here is this. For you, Natal, I know very soon, you and Wiki, you guys are about to meet the president, as it was just stated by the both of you. But Natal, your journalistic credential, and one of it, questionable. Because if you're not interactive, you always insult and disrespect your cause. That being very unethical and unprofessional of a man who claims to be a journalist. Would you be interacting in conversation? You don't expect to come and sugar or boy like you are doing, but you are about to meet him very soon, hoping that you might get a job from him. That's a disservice to the public.
Let's speak to the issues, Jones. We're not going out round with this thing.
I'm just trying to highlight what you did on the first segment. It is not just a Jewish case, but you have done it to numerous of callers. You don't do that. You have to show respect and you have to be decent to your callers. It's because of us you are in studio. You be get respect.
Okay, Jones, thank you. You know the point, the issue here. That's what we said to you. Stay within the box. And I don't know why the truth-hurt people. When you tell people that they lack comprehension, they become a problem to them. And I'm not here to speak the language you understand.
I'm
going to state the truth to you.
Let me just correct.
I want you to change.
And let me say something. Our meeting, the president.
No, that one he call.
Do a job.
Yeah, that one he call. I say, you go, you want to get a job. This one, this. No.
But you know how many times we have met the president? Look, the president is the president. You are saying go meet President Bonga. That's the issue.
But you're president.
That's not the issue. The issue here is national concern. We're carrying people report. We get.
But I don't know what happened when we ask. You know what they say, ambassador. We talk about car. That's what about ambassador.
Yeah.
They won't go in now. No problem. You see, that's why I said to you, Liberians, before you come to be on the show, put your thoughts together.
You work.
Good morning. Are you the first minister I didn't respect anybody yet?
You know the problem of we call us will have problems. But we say the problem issue. We're leaving and discuss another.
Yeah. They actually allow you go that route.
Well, allow you go by your will. So why is the issue? It says discuss the welfare of the country. It discusses differently. Perhaps I understand. I think it is normal.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you this morning for being part of the conversation, So folks.
Let me serious.
Yeah.
You see, these platforms are help to shape the narrative of this country. We should be willing and prepared to accept the truth. We should be willing. There are other folks who are following this program, but sometimes when you come with your negative thoughts or you come with contrary views, then we accept you, then we'll confuse everybody that will listen to this show. Good morning, Mrs. Curry.
Good morning, my children. What other brand people feel they can feel pain, other people feel pain. That particular man will call the air, you tell anybody anything you want to tell them. The last time you were on air, you the commerce minister, you know nothing in the poverty. This way, you know nothing, but I do this, you do that. Because it's telling the truth, so truth can hurt. What happened there? That when you doing wrong thing and they tell you say shut up, then you angry. They got more people to go in there, but some of them will fall off one day from the pain and forgot go in their heart. I'll tell you the money.
Thank you. You're welcome. And we have to be agent of positive change. It's not about individual feeling. It's not about how I feel or you feel. It's about the country. A lot of these development talk about when it goes to areas, like we should tell you, when development goes to Sano County, Maryland, Green G, I'm not there. But because Liberians are there, we all will benefit.
Good morning, we give Rose and that.
Good morning.
Go ahead, Josiah.
Thank you for your exclusive recognition. Besides, more qualified running ministerial complex combatant. You know, you're asking the question of which one. The president said, only wages can be a part of which one. Let me say this. I'm not a criminal. Policemen enter my community. Why should I be entering? When my conscience is clear. The other report did not say, my man, you're guilty. The other report just telling us, those who are managing our public sectors, those things we can see clarity on, is why we are raising it, so that people can account for the stewardship as to how this thing happened. We give you guys are over there running that place. So they daily. So when Christmas is not got people. And the person know one other space and know what we give them presenting over here. That is not your account of everything. Without the way from to you people.
That wish on there.
No. I'm from the entrepreneur's background. If I can't run an institution, we said Josiah manage my business. And at the end of the day, I'm leaving. He brought an auditor to audit what I have been doing. They said, do your filing. I did my filing and all the kind of things. They reconcile all of those things. You let go 100 pieces of slippers. And then I accounted for 60. Then the other 40 I have to be filed in the accounts as to how I saw this things. So when one is missing, it has to be the account why one is missing. Is that which one? No. Because you went to the national, to the public sectors. The public and private sector are two different things. You said the public money should be accounted for under your stewardship. You are taking your home pay, so then you are sent out from there and get your parents. You said, oh well, we even put for you to be a regular man so I can work more for the country. Because you have big character. Is that which one, gentlemen? No, you can one waste your time to be told you all the people say they want to do the one. Right up. It's just our country. So because you can't have it before, you should not have it now. To take account of your stewardship. Right? Look at the report I read. You get all of the concession, all of the point, what the contract. So GSA that is said, there are some documents with GSA, there are some this and that. So you have to go take account to those things. Is that wage on again? My brother, the president said, we wage here for a wage. Let the wage on, let it cut anybody. Let it take account of our stewardship.
No, okay.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You know, we want to see a better Liberia, but every time government takes a step, we turn it around.
Yeah.
And we are not giving the process the kind of a chance to perform. Good morning.
Good morning, Lord.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you very much for the topic on discussion. The first thing is, all the budget that they have raised, I agree to it, it will benefit the country. But what are they placing in the budget for the disabled, the physical challenge, and the other group there? That in which I'm most them calling this morning. I'm dying and not easy. Nothing to put I can't get nothing of the disabled people, physically challenged. Yeah, blind people, I can't hear it. And what they put the budget there for? Why some other country they got budget, they got anything that benefit for disabled people. Some were not born at it. I think for us in the weekend and dying. So all my boys is that all they are dying with my grandchildren. Someone told me that they won't bring me in time. So I will be able to talk with somebody in a government that will help me and not easy. I dying slow. That means they were going to send the number to me a week.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
My name is Chokon Martin for the second time. You were talking about LDC. They were talking about LDC. No, our problem in this country, because the last time I heard a man saying that on spoon, they were doing, how they call it, they were asking people, that government and this present government, if LDC is stable, yes, LDC is stable in this country right now. But let me look at the gas issue here first. Let's get into the gas issue. You know, when they have government authority about LDC, they should order everybody down to the software one that people with the greedy people. Because they are the one that mission people that doing the most corruption in the LDC than the heaven. So the LDC, the people you see for there, they are the one that carry the country backwards. Because we come to the elected system, so now they will be stable, so now they will not be stable. Because they are the one, they will take money from people and give them a meter, and the meter money will not be put to the pocket. They will put it into their pocket. So these are the problems facing in our country. You see? So the MC never brought back the state investment office that you do shit. You put it there, you come back to this. Tell the party, down, can't do this one. No, it's very wrong for our country. You get on for fee, the way you used to fee, my anytime, you let people hustle down. Because you are required, attorney.
Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Good morning, Wicked Rose and Sunday.
Good morning.
I'd like to appreciate you guys this morning for the zero topic for the discussion. You guys have been doing extremely well and continue to do well in this country. I don't know how are we living in this country. This is my question. So people listening, are we living or we are existing in Nigeria? Because I don't think that we are living. We just existing. What is the current definition of which group? When people are taking what does not belong to them, then you say which one? When people are violating lawlessness all over the country, then you say which one? The next thing, it has to do with the budget. You guys discussed the budget limited this morning. I must appreciate you highly. Now, look at the budget of GSA. So that means this government is not prioritizing just in this country. You take $1 million out, you look at GSA and give GSA $1 million out of the budget. Doesn't make sense? The guys are carrying a building, you look at one wrong meter. Look at the deputy speaker's budget. Are we serious? When people go to JFK, no job, they send it to local tenancy. Then you're getting $1 million. What do you expect for people to do? Are we serious about helping this country? So every time when somebody is ill, we're flying out of this country, we are not serious. This is where now it beats my imagination to ask whether we are lazy or we are existing in Liberia. I have a recommendation for you guys based on the high level work you guys have been doing. You know, one of the callers I just laughed and you say, oh, you're going to meet the president. It would be good that you go and meet the president. It will be good. Don't go there. I would recommend that you guys open your consultancy friends. It's what the ministers, I know, were in my position, they would have come to you guys for consultation and said, oh, we see a deputy minister or whatever, how you trying to run an office? So that it become a big consultation for you. Because the way I can lay the platform, this is how it's supposed to be worked out of zero, I know, agency out of zero ministry.
Okay, brother, let's take the final caller quickly. Good morning.
Good morning, brother Wiki. How you doing?
Well, can't complain. God mining us.
A long time. I'm Joseph Silva calling you from Nima. Very long time. You are not here from.
Yeah, oh, that's true. It's been a long, long time. You're welcome, sir.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, I appreciate all you're saying, you've been saying in the studio there. But I think when you get with me, let me just close the book. I want you to please, our company that we're working with, WBHO, they do get 1 more month to leave this country. Where they are not paying our benefit, Nima and Kiana. They closed down the company December 4th. They are already packing a team to Buchanan Port, almost to Buchanan Port. And we are meet the labor minister there, the team there, the intervening team. But I'm trying to give you this information. So please speak to the labor commission in Buchanan there. Let's speed up our case because the people got 1 month, 4 days to leave this country. And now they are stressed in Buchanan right now and they keep taking all the expert and car key, the pockets, everything.
All right, thank you, thank you. We'll look into that matter. We hope that we can get a redress for that before they leave. But on that note, that's how we draw the curtains this wonderful, wonderful day. I'm Wiki Brooks.
I'm Nathaniel Varg. Check it out.
Many thanks to
are going to yield significant social and economic returns so as to expand GDP and make our debt to GDP ratio to even come down. So I need to say that a good portion